webcam so we can play Magic together.
I'd be down sometime.
That would be fun.
No.
I've got my rig.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like,
don't have.
Remote Warhammer. I guess we could do
I
that
don't
with
have
Tabletop Simulator. to be
like
fair.
an in-person
Yeah.
Magic deck, and I kind of gave up on it because I found that playing Magic does terrible things to me because it brings out a horrible competitive side to myself that I did not know I had.
I just don't want to have to build a commander deck.
Dude,
I'm-
I'll be honest. I like still haven't played Commander in like all the years I've played Magic.
It's the only way I really play at this point.
I like.
The thing is, I think I would enjoy
I've
it a
played maybe a
lot,
few times,
but I only ever play Magic with George, and George hates Commander.
I think I played George over Skype not the other day. This was like 2 years ago. But I played him with like a legacy white deck that I'm sure is not legal anymore. But I think I won with like 50 health or something.
Yeah, no,
Just all life game.
George is not the best player.
He certainly knows more
That's
than I do.
okay.
I'll say that.
No, he's probably better than me. I mean, he's gotten better over time. He cares more about winning nowadays. But his main format is Pauper, so
Which
Yeah.
honestly, a fun format.
yeah,
Just-
yeah.
Like, I haven't played any Magic. I've just theory crafted a shit ton. Commander just
That's how
seemed
it
like the
starts.
format that I would have that I like, just because it seems like it lends itself to just having fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing with Commander
yeah.
is it is. Yeah, I've played Commander for well
Our
almost
recap is just us discussing Commander.
I've been
mean-
playing it for about 10 years now. The thing about it, it's the one you, much like this game, it's you sit down with your friends and you decide, you choose your own adventure. It can be as competitive or as janky, silly decks as you want.
Fair.
Yeah, like I'm not
That
trying
said-
to.
The arms race does happen sometimes.
Yeah, like, I'm not-
that's the-
Arms races can be fun though. Like me and my friend Christian for Warhammer, I feel like my Marines fighting his Death Guard was just a fucking arms race for like a year and a half, and we kept getting more and more different units to try to stifle the other person.
Problem is when it becomes meta. So when like there was one case back in Hawaii, I was one of the guys there. He and I had like he's a real competitive player type stuff, and we've been going back and forth for a bit. And then I was introduced to a friend's sister, and then I was flirting with her, and then he ended up taking her out for the date. So to be petty, I made an entire brain control deck around the Sun triplets.
What a response.
It's like,
Yeah.
all right, it was the easiest way to make my displeasure clear.
Just make a deck with nothing but counter spells, negates.
Oh, I have.
No. There is.
Alright,
Oh,
I
trust
think
me,
I
my Sun
actually
triplets
know-
is far worse
last
than that, but we can discuss that later.
Last magic comment. Then we'll.
I think I actually. I theory crafted a while back for Magic what I think is the most disgusting combo there is, which is you run, I think it's Judge's Familiar, and then Hive Mind, and the White Epic.
I don't know what any of those cards do.
Yeah.
So, Hive Mind is a card that whenever you cast a spell, or whenever anyone casts a spell, your opponent casts a copy of it.
Interesting.
Epic is a mechanic in the game, which is on a cycle of 5 cards from Kamigawa, the first block, not the recent one, where once you play the card, you can no longer play cards, but you recast the spell at the beginning of every upkeep. I'm pretty sure the white one I think it pulls enchantments out of your deck. Anyway, Judge's Familiar, you can sacrifice it to counter a spell. So what you do is you play Hive Mind, you play the White Epic, and then Judge's Familiar your copy of it. Your opponent doesn't get a counterspell because it's on a creature that came in before Hive Mind. And then your opponent can no longer play cards and just gets to pull an enchantment out of their deck every turn.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
All right. Insane magic theory crafting aside, Let's get back into book 5. Crash and Burn. All right, you guys have been working your way through you're almost through the first 2 parts. You're getting close to part 3 here of this book. But we've been robbed. We've had our ship stolen. You've been jumped in the streets by Golden League hitmen. You've been burned by EdgeCore and the Golden League, making purchases and really any help very difficult to come by. But despite all that, you have made some allies over at the Click Clack Club. You've been working with Sasalu, who gave you guys a place to stay while you're on the lam. You did some work for Rat Rod and his junk racing track with his Yosoki mechanics, and they provided you with, of course, the Rust Bug, this lovely, clearly stable ship. You guys did clear it out. Hell of a lot of Electivores in there and some various other creatures. But you have got the power core working. You guys did a shakedown run, had the Yosoki upgraded a little bit. You were able to use some old video game and like sound systems from the club to bump up its stats as well. And you've been working your way to getting off the station. Really, there's only one thing left to do, which is to go into Aline Rysora's office, try to figure out where the fuck she has absconded to with the tuna. You guys spent some time getting that location, taking out assassins that had been sent by EdgeCore. You did brutally headshot one, killing him instantly during that ambush. Ambush went off very beautifully. And after interrogating the second one, she traded you some info. A big thing that she traded you is that some sort of creature, now that they've activated the asset liquidation protocol from Project Genome, is supposed to be coming to take you guys out. She seemed like this was some sort of like gene crafted monstrosity. You guys,
I think we had.
go ahead.
I was just gonna quickly in our chat. I think we deduced that. I don't think she knew what it was.
Oh yeah, I mean I think you guys kind of pieced together from like Project Genome. She said she hadn't heard much about it, honestly. You guys did also try to like, had you heard about it when you were company employees, but that didn't filter down as low on the food chain as you guys were. That is about. Go ahead.
Think about maybe getting in touch with what was her name?
Stoneheart.
Agavana.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were
Agavana.
discussing whether or not to get in touch with Agavana Stoneheart about that gene stuff. This was the supposed bioterrorist, according to the Vescarium and everyone. Turned out that she had been framed by the Adamant Scale and was really trying to like make cures to this bioweapon they had produced. So certainly someone to seek out if bio stuff is on the horizon. Kind of zooming out as a picture of the Pact Worlds here, we can see some various stuff. There's, you guys have problems out in the Vescarium with Fireheart. The tuna has vanished, who knows where. It used to be over there with Rika. That's kind of old information at this point. Sinjin is probably still in Absalom Station, as is Sho. She's laying low for now. Dizzy and the rest of the crew have effed off. They were on Casserole for a bit, although they might accept some other jobs. Dizzy, of course, having basically been dumped by Scorpio Sky and was a little immature about his handling of that. You guys know the Horseye orbital plate. You were theorizing maybe EdgeCore's doing some shit with the ship on that space station. It's over Abalon. The V-Spec agents that you used to work with, they're somewhere out in the Diaspora Belt. Shotzi and Project Genome are both in theory on Triaxis. You guys haven't actually looked up what your bounty is in about 3 or 4 days now, maybe closer to a week, but at last notice, you guys were at 30,000 credits. Although, obviously, as a professional, James Wilco is a little offended by this low bounty. Any questions about any of that?
Just that when you were saying it was handled immature, you were talking about Dizzy, right?
Dizzy's side, yeah. I don't think Scorpio's side. I think Scorpio did what had to be done. I think Dizzy was just kind of flippant, yeah, whatever, serious dating.
All right, just wanted to make sure.
No. I think Scorpio made the choices and stuck with it. I don't think. I think the more immature side of that conversation, I think, was from Dizzy's side. All right. So, what are you guys planning here? Knowing that at some point you got to get to Aline Rysora's office.
I mean, honestly, I think after that, we can't fuck around. I think we rest up, recover our health real quick, and I think we immediately hit it the next day.
Mhm.
Do we, actually, here's a question, Ben. We knew that emergency services and stuff were called after our shootout with the assassins. How close was that to Rysora's office? I know we had to get somewhat close in order to draw them out.
You guys were pretty much like next to the building.
Oh boy. That's probably gonna amp up security.
Is there any chance? I know we're burned, but is there like a black market we could find to try and get some supplies for the heist?
You could try to make up some pretty hard checks. The issue is the Golden League burned you as well. So like while EdgeCore made all these companies that are like partners and affiliates with them not serve you, the Golden League is getting the underworld to like burn you as well.
What's the name of the person in the club we're staying at?
Tasalu, the
Yeah.
Dragonkin.
I mean, she's a shady type, right?
Yeah, I'd say like not the most shady, but definitely. I mean, the club's not entirely above board. She's definitely
Is there any chance?
got some like ears to the pavement.
I mean, powerful people often want to get like a serum of invisibility just in case, you know.
Yeah, I'd say
If it were like if we're like the actual like not the cloaking field, but the I think it's an armor upgrade that lets you turn invisible. I think that would be a bit of a stretch, but if it's a consumable, it's like it gets consumed and
I'd
who
say
knows?
probably at least an easier check to persuade a black market dealer to give you a consumable rather than like an upgrade.
Right. We don't have any. We don't have a shared group. I think I would have to borrow. If you guys are okay with that.
How much
Oh.
you need?
Go ahead.
Because the cloaking field is limited.
Your cloaking field is limited. You mean?
Yeah, invisibility. That's a first level spell,
I think so.
right? Trying to find where
I think if there's
spells-
an invisibility serum, I want to say. Is it just called invisibility serum? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe there's not one. I thought there was. I know you can do it with spell gems, but I don't know that you guys can activate spell gems.
Oh, do you actually have to have a level in the class for a spell gem?
Well, there's a difference between like spell gems and spell crystals or something. It gets confusing. Hold on. Spell gems are the easier ones to find. Only casters are capable of spell gems.
I sworn there was an
feel like there's a
invisibility serum
different
somewhere.
Magic items. Oh, is it spell ampules? Is that the other one? Yeah, spell
Are we able to
ampules
use-
are like the injectable magic. So like that one, you don't need to be a caster. You can just like basically inject the magic straight into your veins.
What level is a?
Is invisibility,
Invisibility.
level? I think invisibility is level 1. What's a spell ampule price? 'Cause I think it's based on whatever level spell it is.
It's 300 for first, 700 for second.
Okay, and let's see. Invisibility. Invisibility is a level 2 spell. So that'll be
Okay.
700 credits. Assuming you can make the check to get someone to fucking serve it to you.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget we have those trinkets that let us do the re-rolls for things like diplomacy and stuff like that. So
That
I think we have
is
one that gives us
true,
2 re-rolls. We have one that gives us 2 re-rolls and another gives us 1. I don't think we decided who has them.
The 2 rerolls would have to be on separate checks, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it can't be a double reroll on the same check.
What does invisibility even do?
Also, per what I mentioned in the group loot last time, I have pretty much spent the group fund. There's like 100 credits left in it, but we each get 2 antitoxins and 1 antibiotic. There's also 6 tier 3 serums of healing that we can split however we choose.
I'd say just keep them in there for now, because odds are it's going to be you and Scorpio that uses them.
Yeah.
Okay. Scorpio, we can put them in your bag of holding.
Okay.
And
You
you
said
s-
it was 2 antitoxins and
1 antibiotic, all tier 1. That way, I figured that way we all have some just in case things get weird.
All right, sounds good to me.
I'm just trying to figure out what invisibility does exactly, because it seems like something
I
that's
linked
useful.
it
I
in
just
the
don't.
Roll20, but it's pretty similar to how it functions in Pathfinder. Basically, it makes you and all the gear you're holding invisible. If you attack any creature, you end the spell. While you're in the spell, an attack includes any spell or harmful effect targeting a foe still counts as like breaking it. But actions directed at unattended objects don't break the spell. So, like, opening doors and that kind of shit.
Right, but like mechanically, what it do? For, like checks and because I assume I can like walk in front of someone and actually make a stealth check without it just auto.
Basically that, yeah. Like, there's not like a set like plus 20, plus 40 for not moving like Pathfinder. It just like enables you to do shit like that, like walk by people or avoid cameras.
I think it's worth it if one of you wants to loan me the 700 for it.
Agua. I don't know, up to you guys.
Scorpio was like, sure, I'll loan it to you here, and he's like, and he just gives you a wink, that sort of thing, saying like, you don't have to pay it back, it's fine.
I mean, once we have $1 million again, I'm okay with just paying
Once we
you.
have $1 million again.
No, I said it's fine. He gives you the obvious wink again.
I'll just sneak it onto him when he's not looking.
Reverse pickpocket. All right, I'd say give me. I mean, dealer's choice. It could be a diplomacy or it could be an intimidate. If you're trying to convince these people to deal with you.
I'll just go ahead and deduct that from a sheet.
Using that improvisation thingy.
There it is. Okay. A 27 will do it. You kind of find this like one like back alley deal. He looks like he's probably a mystic or a technomancer, but you can tell he's just like strung out on shiver or some kind of drug. And he's like making these spell ampules to make ends meet. And obviously he's very scared, but he's like gets to the ampule, takes the credits, and dips out of there as quickly as possible, lest a Golden League member take him out.
Seeing as he started tweaking out just before he leaves, I'll just take all of the. Where is it? All of the 19 remaining doses of Rapture Dust and just give it to him.
His eyes just like go wide. Okay, are you sure? That's all right. He, like before you can like say you're unsure, he like tries to just like run away.
I let him.
He seems like just like in disbelief. Like this gotta be a mistake. I need to just run. All right. So we have that. I'm gonna bring us over to The next map.
I did want to say real quick. I'll post this up in here. So
for
with the new sort of like a travel suit that we got from our dead former operative friend, it's a Scorpio's putting it on, and I imagine he's looking a lot less like he did before. He still sort of customized the color a bit, but he's looking. I imagine it's sort of like a John Wick. It's like a nice suit, but it's still got like the protection of it. So it's like, so it's basically like black and with like the dark blue suit, but you see
Nice.
instead of the pink bow tie, he's got more like a baby blue colored one.
So not neon pink.
Yeah.
Baby blue is as compromising for stealth as we'll get, like a compromise for stealth. I love that. Okay. So, if you guys want to drop yourselves down there, basically, we don't have to say you're right outside the door yet, but just so we're on the map somewhere.
Also, would this have been the following day where we'd have a chance to heal up?
Yeah, you guys did have a chance to rest.
Okay, so Scorpio, how far down are you on hit points?
Let me check.
All of them.
Basically,
Not all of them.
Backpack SP for now.
her offices are going to be behind this door. It's not the building that the fire alarm got pulled in where you guys were sniping from. It was the building like across the way that James, you like splattered the dude's brains against. But her one is, ooh, how many floors up is this? Let me see.
I mean, there's crime and violence on station, right? This is fairly
Yeah, I
common.
mean, it's a bit more unusual when it's like up here in this district. You're just more of like down in the spike, but it's not unheard of. Okay, it is on the 20th floor at the top of Blue Rise Tower.
Let's see here. My health before we rested, I was at 34 out of 70 HP.
Okay. I tell you what then. 34 out of 70. I tell you what. So what I'll do is I'm going to loan you the Alabaster Helix Aeon Stone. That way you're healing an additional HP per hour. So you get your 9 from HP from resting, and then Ben, however many hours you decide that is from when I probably would have said I could give it to him right after the fight. So
Probably I'd say at least 12 hours then.
okay. So 21 hit points, and I regain 9.
I think this is going to be a me and SB affair.
Probably. Remember,
Yeah.
you have Dizzy's drone with you too.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is he actively on it, or is it just the drone itself?
It's just the drone. He's like programmed in some subroutines when you guys get there. Like he wants it to basically hack in. You guys are just kind of transporting it.
Are SB and Dizzy's drones small enough that they can just like hitch a ride on me?
Yeah, they can go like backpack mode.
Okay.
SP definitely is small enough. But
I do have, among other things, I have the Magni gloves, and I have the Ratfolk belt.
What does the Ratfolk belt do? I don't remember that. I know you guys got it, but
Yeah, Rat Rod gave it to us for just killing the rolls.
oh,
It
yeah,
lets
that's
me
right. You guys did smash those rolls.
squeeze through spaces as if I was one size smaller.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
And I think the Magni gloves let me like climb up walls and ceilings.
Yeah, it's basically like suction cups, but for anything metal.
I also have, this is more for perception, I have the laser microphone scanner.
That could be helpful in this scenario, I will say.
Lets me listen through walls, basically.
Yeah.
And I do have the infiltration charges still.
Okay.
So I'll take SB and Dizzy's drone and just sort of look for a way either on the roof or on the outside where I can just squeeze through to get inside.
It
Maybe
is
through
on the
the air
top
vents.
floor. I would say Give me an engineering check for James. I think you'd be trying to like see like what ductwork would go where. You know what I mean?
But I have Espy and Dizzy's drone do that for me.
Yeah, I'd say like Refine, if you want to like look through SB's eyes or something up there. See if you
Sure.
can feel like, okay, like that vent should lead to like the offices on the top floor.
Engineering check.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say you find some that seem to lead to basically the vents over like the reception area. Which is, I'll reveal that next drone. So you could be in the ceiling above the reception area. Basically what you'd be seeing there, you can see there is a like small room, large, sleek desk, obviously at least a tier 4 computer. Very nice. There is someone behind the desk right now. Give me a perception check because you're kind of looking over the top.
Can Espy make one as well? Or is it just me?
I'd say SB. Do you want or Refine? Do you want SB to like be with James? I would say I don't know that you could bring both drones with you. So are you trying to sneak in with Dizzy's or SB?
Could Espy just follow in behind, or?
Yeah, I guess you got separate control. Okay, I'll allow that. But you do see, like, this is like the clerk at the front desk. He's wearing like, a name tag that says 0.
Could you like send him an email saying that like a package has arrived downstairs? It's urgent.
They need your signature.
Need your signature, yeah.
I'd say that would probably be a computer's check to like hack it from the air vent. From SB.
Can I do this full control through SB, or would it have to be SB?
I think since you're not on a time crunch yet, I think you could use your roll.
Okay. Oh, man, that's bad. 2 on the die.
You need a reroll? I got some points I can spend.
Might be good.
Up to you. If you want to save it for
nope.
something different, use it now.
If she fails that, could I try to attempt through?
I'd say yeah, if you don't want to use a reroll, you could probably try to attempt it yourself.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll
ahead.
attempt trying to use Dizzy's bot.
I don't know if this is like the hugest deal for a reroll. To be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm okay. What was the 13 on the destiny? Okay, that works. Okay. So
You
you
gotta
do have
save these
access to
rerolls
the,
for.
to the
Yeah.
terminal. Yeah, save those rerolls. Access to the terminal is going to give you a couple of pieces of information. It's going to be one extra information since you got a 30 or above. So first things first, this guy, 0, clearly has information and like memos and stuff to show like 0 knows about your crew and that you guys have been burned and that there's no visitors expected on the docket for today. So if you guys tried to get by him, you'd have to either like disguise, use forged identity papers, bluff him, because he does know that there are like you guys are on the loose.
Or there's a package he needs to go sign for.
You could also send him down with that. I would say you would know also that like 0 is like he's a fucking non-combatant. Like he doesn't have class levels. If you needed to, you could take him out really easily or like intimidate him as well. This is not a operative in disguise. Clearing that 30.
Is Aline's office just beyond this, or?
Aline's office is somewhere in there. You're not going through that area. It looks like that would lead out into like more staff cubicles.
Okay.
But you do get into a like sealed memo. It looks like Aline has gone on a quote-unquote executive retreat to her personal estate. It's located on an asteroid in the diaspora. According to this memo, her time off was approved by Visenmark, who's like the company auditor. And it looks like the auditor has actually joined Rysora at her estate. Her agenda hasn't been updated since then for her staff to know where she's at, so you would presume that she's probably still at that like palace of an estate in the diaspora. You would also see on a 30 exactly, there is a slight firewall on the next memo, and there is a message from people you would assume to be affiliates of the Golden League that reveals the imminent delivery of, quote, drift-capable assets to the palace.
Is this to this building here?
No, the palace is like her estate.
Okay,
Out in
so
the
that's
diaspora.
all. Yeah.
And I think you would assume like that's probably the tuna, if anything.
Right.
I will say this is just like her itinerary basically for her staff to know. So like this is not an exact location yet. Like, okay, she's at her estate, it's in the diaspora, they're delivering the tuna from the Golden League. We have an idea, but not the diaspora is a fucking enormous asteroid belt. I will say you could also tell like you can't, this isn't directly linked to the server. Like you're not gonna be able to hack in with Dizzy's drone from here.
Right. She doesn't give her receptionist full access to all her
No.
important documents.
As for so do you want to send him down? You would assume to like go down to the first floor from the 20th and like be frustrated that there's not a package and come back up. That'd probably take him like 5 to 10 minutes. Wouldn't be a huge window, but would exist. Would be a window.
Yeah. I think we just need to get inside without him like raising an alarm, and then I think the spell ampule would be good to just get past all the cubicle staff and then into her office. What do you guys think?
I'm definitely not the best when it comes to stealth, but I'd say
I mean, we're just in here. Our main goal is just to get the information about Dizzy's uncle, right? Or
And
change
get-
some information.
well, change the information for his uncle, and we need to know the exact location of Rysora's place.
Like, we're not screwed if anyone gets caught here, but me sneaking in, it's not that hard. When it comes to taking 10 in Starfinder, that doesn't take 10 minutes. That just means I take the average roll.
Basically, yes. I think it's supposed to be like DM fiat on how long that would take. So like, what are you trying to do with like you're taking 10 right now?
Like as soon as he leaves, I'll inject the spell ampule and then just sort of like magnetic gloves climb on the walls to get past all of the cubicle staff. I guess I'd have to see in there first, but that's my plan.
I would say you could take 10 on that. To go slow enough to do that, it would probably take you at least 5 minutes. So
It is one of my specializations skill masteries.
Yeah, I think that would knock it down from like 10 to 5 minutes, but you'd be running close to this Zero guy getting back.
How long does the invisibility serum last?
Here, I'm gonna reveal this next room with the cubicles. Invisibility. The ampule should last as long as the spell, and I believe that is effectively a minute per level, and it would have to be made by a minimum level 5 caster, so like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I will say up to you whether you activate it now. Like you are in the vents.
I'd wait until I'll just put up the cloaking field for now and just.
Okay.
After he's gone, just come down and then start sneaking through.
Right. You guys see Ciro kind of go by, and pop down to the hall. It's like, excuse me. Kind of walks by you guys. Doesn't seem to recognize you right off the bat. What are the other three of you trying to do?
Oh, I kind of assumed that I was kind of under the assumption this was kind of theater of minding it. I thought we were kind of like almost like across the street in case there was a problem.
Do you want to go? I mean, you can be outside across the street. You don't have to be up here.
I'm not sure. I mean, Refine, I feel like would you have been on the roof to try and control Espy, or how did we want to do this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure us hanging out in the hallway makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think Refine would be either just in a building across the street, or on a roof across the street, or on the roof of the building. Just kind of full control of Espy.
Maybe just watch over Refine as she's hacking.
Yeah, I think.
All right, yeah, that sounds a good idea. We can give her cover if she needs it.
No offense, I don't need to brawly lizardmen.
Yeah,
crab stealth.
Yeah, we'll be nearby, but I think not right out in the hallway, because that's a bit iffy.
I mean, my new outfit looks less inconspicuous, but not completely.
Yeah, on the flip side, I'm there in full combat armor, so with a flamethrower and a plasma gun on my back. I'm in this case, I would very much stand out. So yeah, I'll be on a nearby rooftop with Refine. And if there's trouble, if there's like absolute total Schwarzenegger stuff, I have a jetpack I can get around.
Is that an SP token or Dizzy token?
That's just token. Like a Sheeran. I'm putting down. There are 3 workers in this room.
I would say while I'm with Shaw, I'm like sort of like adjusting my bow tie. I'm like, I don't know. It's like I kind of like this look. What do you think?
I think it works well for you. Besides, if you're looking to get into the nightclubs and the business, it pays to look nice. Functional as well as formal.
Yeah, it's like I'll tell you this. It's like, as much as I hate to compliment, some Edge Corp goons, like these ones in particular, at least had some good fashion sense.
Can't argue with that.
James, as you're going to the staff cubicle room, you can see. Looks like Aline keeps a pretty small private staff to maintain this like secret data center. Only 3 of the cubicles are currently occupied. There's like a Sheeran in the bottom left. You can see they have like named placards on their desk. There's a Sheeran named Izip, Lashunta in the top left named Gem, and Marv in the far right, human. There is like a vending machine in here. There looks like there's a unisex bathroom is marked over by this door. You see that despite, the cool secret office thing, it looks like these people are pretty relaxed. Like one of them has like a jar of candy, lollipops on their desk. One of them has like a bunch of pictures of home and family members. These clearly aren't your like hardcore like EJ Corporation soldiers that you guys have mainly interacted with. That being said, as you're looking over these people, I would say give me another perception check. And I would say Refine, if you're watching from across the way through Espy, you could also make one. All right, 19, 33. Okay. James, you can see. First of all, I've already described these are very obviously non-combatants. You can also see, unclear if these people would know about it, but next to this purple vending machine, there is a side secret door built into the wall. You think probably activated from the vending machine.
As soon as you said vending machine, I automatically knew where I had to go. It's like it's too cliche at that point.
It is pretty classic. I will admit.
Um,
I would say if you're, are you trying to get anything out of them? What's your play here?
Anything out of the workers or the vending machine?
Either way. You don't like know
I
the
would-
code, so if you have a way to try to figure it out.
I would. I would either hack it through Dizzy's drone or through have SB hack it, because I think SB has or fine. You have higher computers, right?
Probably.
I think so.
What's
I have 20.
yeah? I'd have Refine hack it, and then I would just be ready to slip through the door.
All right, I'd say yeah, we're fine if you want to try and make a hack there.
Who had the candy, by the way?
Marv.
Before I head over there, I'll just sneak a piece of candy from him.
give me a stealth check as you grab that off him, separate from your main one. You kind of like reach down from the vents, grab a lollipop, and pull back up into the vents. There's like a slight clink of the glass, and Marv like looks over and is like, "Huh," and then just gets back to typing. Seems pretty convinced he just hit it with his own elbow. All right, we can use that same stealth check here. Let me reveal the bathrooms. But I'm gonna say that same stealth check. You kind of drop to the floor, do the thing, where you're kind of like hanging from the vent by your hands. You lower your legs first so you can drop silently. That leads you to a back staircase. This doesn't look like it's on or would be on the building plans. It's like a weird 20th and a half floor. You can see the stairs lead up to what looks to be another office door. If you had to guess, like a private office.
I'll use the laser scanner, see if anyone's mucking around in there.
To be clear, sorry, it does go down. It's like it's like 19 and a half, I guess would be a better way to say it. It's between the top two. It seems to be just unlocked. You can open it up.
Right, but with the laser microphone, I'm just
Listening to the
listening
microphone
in.
first. Yeah. I would say I'll save you a check. You hear like some mild humming, like like a computer is switched on in there, but you don't hear any movement or anything like that.
all right. I'll crack open the door.
All right.
There's a receptionist for the secret level.
This looks to be like a secure office. You see, this is presumably Elaine Rysora's private secure office. There's like a ensuite bathroom. There's this luxurious, massive desk. You can see the room is furnished and includes mementos of her life. There are like an amulet on a leather cord, a family photo. You can see that there are like Callistocrat friends in the pictures. As you enter the room, you do see like there's space for a computer, like if she had a data pad or a laptop. That's actually not where the humming's coming from. Now that you're in here, it's a bit louder. It sounds like that machinery humming is coming from this back door over here. That one does look locked though.
All right.
I'll protect your face.
Before we move on. Before we move on.
Yeah.
On her desk, what looks like the most what looks like the item she would be most personally attached to?
I guess. Give me a, I guess a sense motive check
Oh, this is gonna go.
to see like what is she like on here.
I'm going to assume that necklace.
Yeah, I think the necklace probably.
But given that she's taken her
Um,
computer with her, it might be a trap.
Yeah.
And I join her in that sense motive.
You can join her for that. I would say also, if If you want to give me a physical science check on that amulet, if you guys are looking at that too. James, I think you would assume there's like a hovering mimic imager on her desk sitting in a charger. She probably uses that to project various meetings or personal photos, but basically it is like a spherical microbot with imaging software. It has data on your movements, speech, mannerisms, can mimic the speech of your voice. It's like a little hover bot that she clearly has lavished some affection onto, as people are wont to do with their tech sometimes.
Yoink.
But that is it's specifically a hovering mimic imager, not a helmet mounted one. As for the physical science check, that amulet, it's made of nubrix, which, for those of you unfamiliar, that is one of the more rare forms of star metal. It's actually one of the ones you guys helped harvest from that like space storm way back when. But it is kind of unique in that it is like the softest of the star metals, much softer than adamantine, and it's often known or nicknamed as ghost iron. The molecules can realign to pass through submolecular spaces in denser materials.
Yeah, I think SB's gonna yoink that.
Yeah, you think that like an amulet by itself is kind of just like either a memento or something, but there is enough Anubrix alloy in this that you could potentially form it into like ammunition or something like that.
How's that spelled?
INUBRIX. I'll put it in Roll20 as well.
Cool.
Basically, it can also it ignores hardness. And if you crit with an Anubrix weapon, whatever the DC of your crit effect is, if it's like, you know, one of the effects that stuns someone or makes them bleed, the DC increases by 2.
Okay.
This might be of interest to you, James. It can also increase the effectiveness of injecting weapons like a dart or a needler. Just because it
might
kind
have
of phases through armor.
Or fine, we might have you make some like specialty ammo for us.
Yeah, that's an option. I more took it because it does sound like the type of thing that would be important to someone.
All right, I would say go ahead and before we continue, so just a rundown. Refine, you're across the street watching from the other building, correct?
Yeah.
And Shaw and Scorpio, where are you guys hiding right now?
I was with Refine.
You're with Refine, okay.
With 2. And I imagine we're together, and Scorpio just mentioned, like, hey, you know what would be really funny? If we, like, set up something where, like, she logs into her computer and it starts playing Come On Eileen.
Shaw chuckles at
they
that.
fucking, like, redid the whole compendium. Weird. I like it. Alright. James, you guys remember, like, Dizzy did prepare for this heist, and you see that his bot can basically just crawl down and jump into unlocking this door, no check needed.
Nice.
Alright. So that door is gonna open. Give me a stealth check, and then I need a perception check from Shaw and Scorpio if you're kind of bodyguarding Refine right now.
Ugh.
Assume it's
Hold on, I'm gonna need to do some.
SB needs to give you stealth as well, probably.
Gonna need to do some fucking editing on the fly here.
a separate
Man,
battle
I am
map
rolling. like
What are you
Wow.
talking about? Don't worry about that.
I am
Except for
rolling
battle map.
like garbage today. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're not hitting very high rolls there.
It's a 3 on SP's roll.
Jesus, 3 on the roll.
I think we're gonna
I got a
find out
2.
what that genome thing is sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it's very possible.
It's very possible.
I don't know if you guys have looked at the map, but I'm seeing some things on me as well.
I am looking at the
Yes.
map right now.
What do you mean it's fine? Don't worry
I
about
have
that.
I have some concerns. So we've split the party.
I mean, that always works
It
out
would
well,
be-
right?
I mean, it made sense in the situation, but still.
Okay, hold on.
What sucks even more is that SB's here with me, so you don't even have like a fourth gun with you.
I mean, to be fair, you also don't really have anyone to body block for you.
Yes, but I'm also mostly invisible, surrounded by mostly non-combatants.
That's true, aside from those things that look suspiciously combatant-like.
I'm a bit concerned.
If you guys need to, just holler and I can finish up here and like snipe from across the roof.
Got it.
We're just gonna put some metal decking down. Alright, if you guys, Refine, Scorpio, and Shaw want to move yourselves to the left half of this map, I'm going to put some walls up because you guys are presumably in one of the rooms that could look out onto the opposite building.
Here. If there are windows, Refine would probably be sitting next to a window.
Yeah. We might be.
Alright,
I have
let's-
concerns.
Whoops. Get that out of here. Okay, did not anticipate this. So if you guys want to put yourselves in that room, ignore kind of the grid of the metal floor. We'll just keep the grid of the actual map.
I assume the window's on the left side?
Correct. Windows on the left.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay. Quick thinking, quick thinking. Let's get this bad boy.
By the way, Ben, if you're ever setting up a grid on in Roll20, you can change the grid temporarily to like a bright neon to help match it up better to whatever the battle map grid is.
That is worth it. Good to know. I didn't realize this metal floor I copied. I thought it was just a blank metal floor. I didn't realize it had lines on it until I moved it. But I don't want to take too long fixing this up.
I mean, to be fair, it kind of has really weird lines, because like the lines on the metal grid are not normal grid lines.
I think it's just like the size of it.
While we're working, I'm gonna look for a better
No, 'cause they're
background
not-
one.
Uniform, right? They're not.
It's because I think it
uniform of
glitched out when
three-
I shrunk it, and it kind of freaked out with that.
Oh, okay. Okay, because they're
Yeah, like, they're-
uniform up and down, but they're not uniform side to side.
Yeah, the map is stretched like lengthways.
Yeah.
But you can, it's been a while since I fucked around with maps in this, but like you can resize a map just by like stretching it to like
Yeah,
aligning
there's
it
an
to, like, a
auto
3x3.
align feature. It's just that I've already aligned the other map, so it's like the auto align is not gonna.
It,
not
it
gonna
takes a
super
few minutes
good.
as well, so it's like it's something you would do before a session. and
I'll touch it up
It-
as
it-
we go.
it only matters if you're like a OCD freak like me.
I do try to line
you
it up as
want-
much as possible. Like the maps that I get from the books for Starfinder, because there's no, like, they don't have a PDF of these maps. But I, like, crop them specifically to cut off any weird half squares, and then try to number the Roll20 maps to have the exact number of squares as my picture maps to make sure they line up for you guys.
Yeah.
Which is not always the most exact science, especially when it's a fucking shit map like the Rust bug. Then it gets annoying. Alright, so James had that, I believe it was 39, was your stealth check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to do a brief description of what's going on with that. And then we're going to tab over to our friends in the building. But you kind of see these little twin staircase in front of you that descends into a warehouse-like chamber hidden within this building. Its walls and 15-foot-high ceiling are like a sterile off-white color with a strange purple floor. A massive computer storage unit in the room's center buzzes with energy, and flickering green lights pepper its otherwise featureless gray surface. 4 floor-to-ceiling columns of electrical circuitry flank the machine. That's going to be these bad boys, with some of the transparent wires glowing faintly with white light. Imposing steel gray cylinders fill 2 corners of the room. Through looks like, you know, like armored glass panels, you can see that there are 2 cybernetic golems offline but stored in those tubes. Give me a perception check as you're working on that.
Did I reroll it?
Yes. If you want, or do you want to spend a reroll on that?
Shit, I don't have enough.
Here, I do.
Thank you.
Sent.
Thank you. I think that was a 3 on the die.
Yeah, our dice are not much better, but it's better.
Alright, this is gonna... It's still not great. It's gonna depend a lot on their roll here. Oh, they rolled real fucking low. What's the bonus on this?
How much longer would I have on that invisibility ampule, by the way?
Probably like a minute at most. Like 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Getting out my fucking deck of Starfinder cards here. There we go.
It was a skill check challenge.
Not a skill. This is not gonna be a skill check challenge, but other shit might go down as well. So you know, I need all my reference tools in Win 1 Planes. Okay. Due to their drastically low roll here, you also get the sense, James, that there are at least 4 other people hiding invisibly in this room. It would also occur to you that, like, that doesn't feel like something employees of this building would be doing right now.
Fuck.
Going over to our friends in the building.
I will say I do have blind sense.
Ooh,
60 feet.
You do have blind sense 60 feet. I forgot you had blind sense. Here, can you draw, while I am moving something, can you go ahead and draw me a 60-foot line out there? Oh, yeah, that's the whole fucking room, baby. Okay, hold on. I'm going to reveal these guys then. Clutch ability right there. It looks like there are 4 Vesk soldier-looking types hidden throughout the room.
They haven't noticed me, have they?
Judging from how they're, like, where they're standing and stuff, it looks like they're ready for someone to come. Doesn't look like they know that you're here.
Alright.
Over in the building, though, with those perception checks not being high enough, this thing is going to lash out and get a surprise attack on Scorpio Sky. But as you guys hear Scorpio yelp, you turn around and see a blue-skinned, deformed-looking creature, some sort of weird curved spike extending from the palm of its hand as it tries to stab Scorpio. You would assume this might be what was coming from Project Genome.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Gene Reaver.
Yeah, it's a totally innocuous name.
Is he just got hit by like the cancer arm?
It's funny
Did
you
Harley
think
Quinn hit
it's
you with-
funny you mentioned that.
Oh God.
Did Harley Quinn hit you with a cancer ray, Scorpio?
It's not too far off. Alright, let's see. Where's my fucking Gene Reaver sheet? There we go.
That
It's
was
not a good
lot-
thing that he hasn't outright denied that.
Don't worry about it. There's some stuff that it might be doing to his cells. I don't know. You don't need to worry
keep
about that.
saying that.
It's not like me saying it
Um,
makes it worse. It's gonna happen either way.
Okay, so it needs to try and counts as a range attack here, but it's trying to launch the Helicase barb at you.
That sounds pleasant.
Okay,
That sounds far too like a Tyranid weapon for my liking.
it's got some Tyranid vibes. It's got some big Tyranid vibes. I'm not gonna lie. What's about to happen here is some biomass nonsense. All right, does a 29 hit KAC?
Yep.
Okay. Then we're gonna go in with damage next. That is going to be almost minimum damage, but 21 slashing. Oh, piercing, excuse me. And as it stabs into you with that barb, which seems to be tethered to its arm by this thin yet durable strand, you sense that it has made an attachment to you through this device. I'm gonna need you to make a fortitude save.
Alright, it's my best one.
Oh, just fucking barely cleared that DC.
Whew.
All right, and now I'm gonna clear the order because we are on a new map, and then we will roll for initiative.
Me as well.
You as well, because I think real time is gonna matter here.
And once again, breaking up with Dizzy is doing wonders for my initiative rolls.
Jesus Christ, yeah, it's fucking dropped off the baggage. All right, I am rolling the golems into this. They are not necessarily going to be involved right away, but I'm going to put them in the order. All right. Put that to the side. The Vesk coming in with a. All right. Whoa, that's not what I needed. All right. And then the Gene Reaver is coming in with a. All right, everybody else rolled in. So descending.
Yep.
Scorpio is first.
Alright, so yeah, this thing just appears and I'm just like, ah, fuck! What the fuck? What the? Shaw, we got company!
The hell?
Yeah, I know, my thoughts exactly.
You see, it just kind of looks blankly at you for a second.
Alright, so we would take some movement here. Just sort of shuffle around this side here. Doop.
Gene Reaver. Taking your biomass.
And I'll move over this way. That way, hopefully, Sean, I can get the flank. When this turn comes up. Alright, so go ahead, bop over here. And then I'll go ahead, use action to attack with my micro-serrated longsword.
Alright, you bring the micro-serrated longsword around. 28 is going to hit KAC. You see it kind of cleaves into its body. Give me a perception check.
Alright.
You see the wound start to close slightly as seemingly the strand connecting the talon it launched at you that's still stuck in is like vibrating.
Hey, Sean, I don't know what's going on. Something's up with this thing. I think it's healing itself? I don't know.
Shaw.
We'll see about that. I'm gonna move over to it, unsheathing the Storm Joshko as I go. And so, careful, refine, and then take a big old swing. Actually, I think I'll like, Wilco, we got company here.
All right, you radio to Wilco.
EAC.
EAC. You see the Storm Doge go slashes into him. That does not hit as he like kind of very bendily moves his shoulder and arm out of the way. I'm gonna say give me a sense motive check. It looks like he really did not like that electricity.
He doesn't like the electric. If you got, lay on the plasma if you got it.
I don't, but I got an idea.
Oh.
And you see him adjusting the wrists on his psychokinetic gloves.
Alright, that is gonna be the 4 mysterious Vesk soldiers. It looks like at the moment they are kind of almost like taking a knee or just like braced, ready to attack anybody, as they saw the door slide open but no one was there. They cannot see anyone though. Some of them you see look like they're holding scatter guns. A couple have rifles, but you do see that they all have Doshkos kind of slung across their backs.
Dizzy's drone can go invisible, right?
Dizzy's drone, yes, I believe it has a camouflage feature.
All right.
But yeah, they're gonna pass for now. Basically, just kind of readying actions. The golems are not involved yet. That's gonna be the Reaver's actual turn. You see again that wound is starting to close. Getting not all of it, but some of its wounds back. Go ahead.
Ben, I just realized a Scorpion I would have had flanking. Would the 21 have hit his EAC?
21 still would have missed. Closer, but not
okay.
Quite. He is going to, while maintaining that spike in Scorpio, make an acrobatics check here. What is Shaw and Scorpio's KAC?
It's 29.
26.
All right. It is going to avoid those op attacks as it moves out into the hallway. And from that angle, being able to draw a straight line through the 3 of you, you see its throat kind of swell up like a bullfrog. And a stream, like highly pressurized acid, spews forth to all 3 of you. I'm gonna need a reflex save for Scorpio, Shaw, and Refine.
I'll eat it.
All right. That is gonna be a fail for all three of you. All three of you take 35 acid damage. That is the
Ow.
end of the Gene Reaver's turn. Tossing it over to SB, who is kind of in that doorway with James right now. What are you thinking?
I mean, SB is probably just on the ceiling right now.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And just gonna probably delay until after James goes to see what James does.
I'm kind of hoping that like I can send SB and Dizzy's drone in to hack the server, so I don't have to go in there. And if that's successful, I'll just make my way as quick as I can up to the roof.
Okay.
In that case, probably SB will give you all of her equipment, including the amulet.
All right. So giving all the equipment, then hanging tight right there for now.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
To give
James.
James time to.
Your go.
I'll send in Dizzy's drone, see if it can get this done.
All right. So, I'm gonna use an old token because I don't have official art for him. We'll use a little Civ drone. His drone scuttles across the floor, camouflaged. Hops on to the server and is going to begin the hack, trying to gather lots of confidential files, things that, you know, obviously none of you are authorized to have, but Dizzy has a fervent desire to acquire all this knowledge. As Digit plugs into the data server, the two cylinders in the corner of the room rotate and sink slightly into the floor as the two cybernetic golems animate and step out, which they'll do on their turn. At the same time, you see that with the golems leaving their charging station, those four electric pillars seem to start crackling with increased energy. You also sense some movements from the Vest as they begin to react to the situation.
The vest just died like a chain lightning.
Maybe. Refine, that is back over to you on the building across the
Oh.
street. Oh, sorry, you can still probably have some actions left. I would say that's probably a... to order it... Well, he did pre-program it. I'd say it's a free action, honestly. Because Dizzy did program it to do this.
The data his drone is getting, am I able to get that remotely from it, or does it have to get to me to get that information?
You don't think Dizzy set this up to stream to you guys?
All right. I will get. Well, I think we're made either way. Like if
I just rated you that we're under attack, so
Yeah, I would get out of there. SB can get the information to us remotely, and
would
can probably just take it from Dizzy's bot.
yeah, can you send SB in to help him and get the
Yeah,
information?
that's kind of the plan.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
As long as I'm here, I am going to go over to Elaine's desk. I'm going to take out the body of that operative. What's his name? Thule? It's not Thule. It's
Gantz.
And I'll
It is
have
Gantz, yeah.
prepare this ahead of time. It'll just be like his body stripped down, the bullet hole in the center of his head that I left him with the message written on him, "You're next."
Ooh, okay.
And then I think that's it for the round.
All right. Gotcha. Okay. As you set that up. Fucking camera shift, focus back in through the window across the street, swoop in, Refine, picking herself back up from that acid. What's the play here? Also, Shaw, I don't know if you took your 35 or not, but...
What material? Oh, okay.
Oh,
it
there it
did.
goes.
Say that again, Refine.
What material is the wall made out of?
The wall?
Yeah.
You presume just like a regular office wall, probably some drywall, wooden beams in between that, maybe a bit of metal.
Okay, so it's not like a steel structured.
Nah, this is just like an office
Uh,
building.
Well, it depending on the height of an office building will depend on whether it's got steel in it or not. You know. Or it could have concrete, I guess, depending. But these things matter based on height. It's a whole thing. Anyway. Sorry. I know too much about buildings.
Fair enough.
In that case, I think Refine's just gonna put the wings out and just fly out the window.
All right. So you're gonna
Heading-
activate wings, heading out the window. Okay. Where are you going?
Directly up to try and get to the roof of the building.
All right. What's the movement on those wings?
60 feet.
I'd say you probably make it about. Just because you have to like maneuver your way through this like weird office window, you know, they kind of like have that diagonal tilt. I would
Okay.
say probably make it up like 45 feet.
Okay.
But that is pretty close to the roof. This building is not much. It's a little bit taller than Blue Rise Tower, but not by a lot. Perhaps 1 or 2 extra
All right.
stories.
And then for my standard action, I'm just gonna give SV the order to essentially assist in heavy air quotes Dizzy's bot.
Interesting. Scorpio versus the Gene Reaver over here.
All right. So seeing the electric damage that here, let's take some movement, get over here, free up the path for him. Make sure I got the distance here. All right, 10 feet. That'll work. All right. So you see him. He'll sort of like flick the switch on the wrist of the gloves that he got here. And let me go ahead and throw this up real quick. This allows me to do it once a day. And I did put it on the sheet here, so I'm going to see the gloves power up, and I am going to attempt psychic strangulation on it.
Oh.
Max damage.
I don't like that flooring either. Alright. Sorry, I'm kind of just fucking around with flooring. Alright. Fucking psychokinetic strangulation. So it hits and does the max damage, which is 24. And then what is the save adding? So each round you concentrate.
It was 3d8 and immobilizes it.
Oh, okay. It can attempt a fortitude saving throw to have the damage and avoid being immobilized. Okay. So it's going to try to make that fort save. What's your DC?
16.
16. It will pass that, so it's not immobilized. And it'll take 12.
All right, well, that counts as the action for me, so that's going to be my turn.
All right, Shaw.
Okay. I've already committed to the melee at this point, so I'll move up. And make my attack. Oh, come on.
Can't you do it like a charge attack?
It would I would have taken it as a penalty, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Ugh,
charges
cannot
get
roll.
inflict a penalty, not a bonus in Starfinder.
I have not.
It's like a minus
That's
2
weird.
hit. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
Okay, that's my turn. I have no means for a reroll or anything.
The Gene Reaver again just kind of weaves out of the way of you. The Vesk. The one at the back bark is like, "You two, into the office."
Yeah.
They're going to double move. As part of their movement, they're going to draw their Doshko. The two at the back, the one's like, "We've been rumbled anyway." As they move closer to the middle of the room in front of the server, one of them raises a loudspeaker to his mouth and is just like, "Scorpio Sky and the crew of the Tuna, stand down and be escorted out of here." As they do that with their rifles raised, the two cybernetic golems, their heads like turn to look at them and begin to advance.
What?
SB, give me a perception check. Someone with line of sight on this.
Okay.
You don't notice anything right away. That being said, the column on the left side with electricity releases a blue-white pulse, which is going to strike the left of those two soldiers. And they have... seems to take some electricity damage as it begins to jerk back and forth. The golem seems to fucking eat that shit up and love it. You see they both raise one metal fist with crackles with energy and simultaneously both just try to each uppercut one of the soldiers. Both are going to hit their respective soldier targets. Not bringing them to bloody, but definitely doing a solid amount of damage as you hear from outside James like whoop, whoop, as these two massive fists make contact.
Love it.
Alright, that's going to be back to the Reaver. It is still plugged in to Scorpio. And I actually got to check to see if Scorpio needs to make another save, or had to on his turn. You would have to make another Fortitude save, Scorpio, if you want to throw that on for me real quick.
Alright.
That is more than fine. It still looks like it is healing itself, but nothing more done to you. I'm going to roll to see if that acid breath is back yet. It is not. But it is going to... Let's see. Going to 5-foot guarded step over to Scorpio. And go in with its claw. 32 is going to be a hit. That is going to be 33 slashing damage from its claws.
God.
Got 10 stamina left.
If you gotta run, run.
SB,
That's what I'm thinking. I need to get this. That's what I'm thinking. I need to get this thing off me, and I need to get the fuck out of here.
If you want to get it off you, it's basically you can either try to attack it off, or you can try a athletics check to like rip it out.
All right.
All right. So you're doing that. SB, give me another perception check in the server room. Actually, I'm gonna say SB can choose to look at one of two things with this perception check: the Vesk in the room with you, or Dizzy's bot and the server.
SB is gonna look at the bot. That was previous instruction.
Okay. I think you can see that whatever fucking security measures have been activated, they seem to have locked Digit out. You're either going to need to somehow disable security or do more to help Digit, because he's not going to be able to get the data by himself right now.
All right. In that case, SB will get over onto the server, and then wait for Refine to full control to hack into it.
All right. Climbing up onto the server. I assume you're going like from ceiling down.
Yep.
Okay. James.
These guys, does it look like they're trying to escape from those two monstrosities?
It looks like they're trying to figure out where the fuck the crew of the Tuna is, presuming that you guys are responsible for this.
Did they notice the body in the chair?
Oh, that's a good point. Now that they're out here, they absolutely would. I think one of them would radio back like, "Hey, we got a body. Looks like been dead a while though. Headshot." Give me a perception check, James. You size up their
5 feet
gear.
from 'em.
You size up their gear, and it's not immediately. It wouldn't be obvious to somebody who like wouldn't know what to look for, like isn't a professional. These guys work for Shotzi's organization.
Ooh.
Yes, Blackheart Security LLC. Yep.
Mhm.
For the sake of it, what is it to shut a door? Like, completely lock it?
To lock it, I would say at least a move action. If you just want to like shut the door, I would say object interaction.
I am going to 15 feet there,
Okay.
and then 25 there, so that's 40.
Yep, I think you're good.
And then because SB can remotely send data to us, correct?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Dizzy only has to like change some of the information that's already on there, right?
Yeah. Dizzy's basically trying to offload some of the information, among which you guys are basically, your end of the deal is that you're getting her location in the diaspora.
I don't think there's much I can do to help either of the bots without risking myself getting killed.
Fair.
But these guys aren't allowed to be here either, so I am full on locking this door and shutting it closed. This is where you die.
All right. We're fine.
What check? Could I? Is that a check or is it just?
I think since you already used a movement, I think you can. Well, I mean, I would say, are you trying to lock it or just close it?
Would I like as a standard action? Could I like jam it shut?
I'd say yes. It would either be a computer to like hack it shut, or you could try an engineering to kind of like, you know, like fucking break the wires on the door lock there. Keep it shut that way. Yeah, I'd say not the most impossible hack for them to solve, but certainly it is locked now. All right. Now it'll be you, Refine. Let's go back over to the other building.
All right. First, I'm just gonna kind of message everyone and say, I'll be back down to help once I finish with the hacking, and then I'm gonna fly the rest of the way to the roof, and then as my action, I'm gonna work on hacking to try and help this poor useless robot from Dizzy.
All right, give me a computers check.
Not great. Is it worth re-rolling an 11? Do you guys think?
That's up to you.
You're less than a 50% chance of an improvement. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's my worry. All right.
Already is a good roll though.
So sticking with it or not sticking with it?
Sticking with it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do have this, so
You did not fail yet. There are potential countermeasures, but you didn't fail, so they don't get activated here.
okay.
You sense that like you are starting to bypass the lockout that these countermeasures have activated. But you're not quite there yet.
Okay.
You're still really trying to the two big pieces of information. Like obviously Dizzy would like a lot of this stuff as like blackmail kind of stuff or just security in case they ever come after the crew of the Wintermorn. But the big things, the big ticket items are you guys trying to figure out where exactly is Aline Rysora's palace. And he was trying to get that medical care for Dizzy's uncle. The Edge Corps employee who's like being denied life-saving treatment because of their insurance policy.
Yeah.
All right. So you're doing that. You make that hack happen. Tapping back over to Scorpio. James, did you radio and let them know that like Blackheart is in the building?
No, not
Okay,
yet.
Not yet. All right. Scorpio then probably still engaged in the battle.
All right, yeah, still unaware of that. Yeah, so here. All right. So based off here, I want to go ahead and make that athletics check to try to separate myself from this thing.
Yep, I believe it is. Let me see. You can do it as a move action.
All right. 30.
Oh, hell yeah. You grab the barb. It's a little bit, like, fucking serrated. Hurts, but you pull it out of your body. And with a hiss, the Reaver kind of, like, sucks it back up on that tendril into its hand.
All right. Not such good shape. So that was movement action. So I haven't done this in a while, but I find this will be good to hopefully keep it off me and for a bit. I'll go ahead and activate my Arquand Horns. So it has to make 14 plus my charisma. So that's all right. So that's if it wants to attack me, it has to make a DC 15 charisma save.
Ooh.
But that's my movement and my action, so that's all for me.
The kind of green energy like vroom, 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 starts emanating from your horns. Shaw, that is you.
All right. I'm going to try and give Scorpio some time here. So I'm going to step up. 5-foot guarded step and full attack. I hold still, you miserable son of a...
Alright, you would get flanking from Scorpio.
Oh my lord.
You see he's definitely scared of the electricity. He really does not want to get hit by your weapon.
God, I cannot... Why does this always happen, Ben? Whenever I'm in a horrible life or death scenario, my dice absolutely shit the bed.
Look, I didn't make you guys split the party.
Seeing that, Shaw grimaces. Scorpio, I think we need to run here in a minute.
Right, tactical retreat.
James, you hear through the door muffled, like, first of all, muffled sounds of automatic gunfire, and some laser rounds popping off. But you also hear one of them is just like, activate the link, activate the link. Make a check here. Alright. You guys all kind of like jerk away from your ear for a second as a like blaring overwash of static comes through your headsets. And you guys all of a sudden hear the voice of Shotzi Blackheart.
Oh, great.
Scorpio, Sky, I know you're here somewhere. My troops are going to find you, and you're not going to make it off this station. I thought we had a plan. You could help me with the company. Help me, help you. Little quid pro quo. Let my men escort you out of here. If you do, maybe you could just get off this damn station on our transport. But if you're not willing to surrender, they'll hunt you down. Does anyone respond?
Your men are about to die here.
I think
They ain't chasing
Uh,
anyone down.
Ooh.
I think Refine's gonna say, please refrain from hacking into official Viscarium communications equipment because we've still got the encrypted.
Yeah, you still have the
satellites that we're
encrypted
using.
ones.
And yeah, that's what Refine's gonna say.
She's just like, you cocky motherfuckers. You know this is a one-way ticket, right? You're all gonna end up judged by Pharasma before the fucking year's out. You want to piss off Blackheart? You already have the Golden League and EdgeCore breathing down your necks. Do the smart thing and give in. What's better? To surrender to your enemies or just be dead?
What's one more pile of idiots on the pile of corpses?
We
Yeah.
don't
See you
even
in
know
hell.
where you all are.
We're
not in the same building as you.
There's like a, like, kind of just like hiss of static as you guys both like reply. And then she, presumably still talking to her troops, is just like, keep some of them alive if you can. If not, I'm sure we can write off a few more bodies for the company. Then there's a click as she leaves the communications.
I think just before like here, it's like, you think I'm gonna give? Oh, you really think I'm just gonna give up? Well, you've been away from me for too long. You know I'm too fucking stubborn for that.
There's a difference between being stubborn and stupid, brother.
Did I hear panic as they tried to open the door?
Give me a sense motive. I am gonna start moving them around though now that we have that little roleplay thing for a second. You don't think they sound panicked? It does sound like they are using Doshkos to batter down the office door.
It's making a lot of noise for these fellas.
Yeah, but you're presuming those motherfuckers can fit through the door into her office.
Fair.
They real thick. All right, the door is not. Well, let's make some damage rolls here. The door does not bust open all the way, James, but you do see the just like energy charged fucking head of a burning Doshko just wham slam through the door, like axe blades sticking out of the door next to you.
They did that with one attack each.
Yes. You think they
Damn.
they looked like they were. This is like a breaching squad sent by this company. Like they're really good at sundering and like quick action. That's like their shtick. All right, golems and electric pulses. Pulse is gonna go off. SB is thankfully. Oh no, SB is a little bit in range here. I'm gonna need a. Give me a reflex save on SB. It's gonna be a fail. SB is gonna take. Damn, that was a low roll. 21 electricity damage.
No, it's not too bad.
The two Vesk at the front, they did discard their fucking rifles, kind of clicking them, mag locking to the back as they drew their Doshkos, readying them for defense. The cybernetic golems are just gonna continue to lay into them with fists. And they also have to make, let's see, are they gonna have to make this check right now? Okay, they do not have to make that roll yet. One is going to manage to hit, the other is going to miss as the Vesk soldier sidesteps. But they are putting up somewhat of a fight against these golems. And that's going to be back across the building to the Gene Reaver across the street. This will provoke an op attack from each of you, because technically it is a ranged attack. Shaw, it is going to launch the barb at you.
All right.
Alright.
Pretty low roll.
That should do it.
Oh, that'll fucking do it. Okay. You bring down the crackling storm Doshko, and as soon as it impacts the creature digging into its flesh, it looks like it just like muscles don't just tense up like they would from an electrical wound. They seem to be like rippling and distorting under its skin. It's going to fail its save and is now stunned.
Ooh.
Alright, Shaw, we gotta get out of here.
How does it look now that it's taken the
50
Hits.
damage.
yeah?
It is almost bloodied. Actually, a little bit over bloodied. All right.
What did it roll to hit me?
It's I don't think it's gonna hit. It's gonna be a 27.
No, against KAC?
Yep.
Nope.
Wait, can I
The-
do stuff if it's done?
Dart. Well, basically that would have happened simultaneously on its attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Because usually those go off when the op attack goes off at the same time. So it would have at least launched that, but didn't penetrate the skin, and it is now stunned. It's like Barb is kind of just like dangling on the floor right now as it doesn't move.
So in that case, I would look back to Scorpio. It's stunned. Let's cut this sucker to ribbons.
Alright.
All right, SB, or at least refine through SB into the server.
Full control waits for Refine's action. Not that it.
Oh,
matters
right,
too
it's got to
much,
wait till
but-
refines action. Yeah. So doubling back to James. James, the breaching squad is trying to get through that door next to you. What's the play here?
Yeah, I'm just getting out of dodge. Does it look like these people have noticed these sounds?
Now that you're in the room, you can see that like she is fully just under her desk panicking. The other two are like running toward the door.
I'm still invisible at this point, but I'm going to turn back to the cute one and just say, "You got to run. They're coming."
Give me a fucking diplomacy check as this mysterious voice echoes through her cubicle. She's like, okay, Zero, hold the door. And she like is gonna like take off at a sprint after her friends.
Uh,
You can hear
I
Zero,
think
the
I would've-
receptionist, being like, "Let's go, let's go."
I think I would have been in front of her just because of where I was standing. I'm making my way as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
Because
10,
you double
20,
moved, right? Hold on, I'm just gonna move her token.
5, and then, yep, 10.
You see Zero, obviously Sans package, trying to get his companions through the door.
0, you might want to run too.
See his eyes
Right.
go wide, and he's like, "What the fuck? Did you send that email? Who is that?"
Your guardian angel, run or die.
You hear like automatic gunfire coming from the other room, and he's just like, "Oh, fucking hell." Now it's Refine going through SB. Then I think once that is another success, not by a wide enough margin to be done right now, but you think perhaps one or two more, and you're gonna recover this data without the lockout impeding you.
Okay.
And since we are at the top of the order, I think that's going to be a good place to pause for quick bathroom breaks. We're not way past our normal break time.
All right.
But we'll come back in at the top of the order with Scorpio's turn.
have. I think it's like blind sight is like I can fight.
Yeah, that's what my
Even-
oh, you'll like this one. So in my 5e campaign, so I have the whole polearm master with the sentinel, the full obnoxious build. He runs a high difficulty he runs a high difficulty campaign. Well, Ben, to make it even worse, I gave my character basically he has blind sight within 10 feet, and I also as one of my magic items I have a ring of fog cloud, so I can just if I'm stuck in the soup with somebody, I can generate a fog cloud where they can't see, but I can, and I control 10 feet around me.
You just get like if you have a warlock with you, have them cast darkness on you.
We do.
Love
He's
it.
the same build.
That's fun.
Yeah. I that's mine is he's a Phoenix Guard. I basically made him a Phoenix Guard from the old world. Alrighty.
We got Ben.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow.
George says that you're probably they all might TPK apparently. Yeah, he says that two of them can't do anything effectively.
That's bad. Ooh.
Oh jeez.
That's grotesque.
Yeah, that sounds brutal.
And curses are like a miserable thing to try and get rid of. Oh, that makes that yuck. If they live. I mean,
Wait.
yeah. Yeah, those kinds of like permanent debuffs I am deeply afraid of. Like again, learning to play on 3-5, negative levels, losing XP, those sorts of things. Oh my god. Oh my Ben! Who hurt you? Jesus. Oh god. Ugh. Not just a nail gun, a cursed nail gun. No.
I don't.
Oh, that looks horrifying. Hmm. That looks like. I hate to say it, Ben. Like from an immediate thing, I'm seeing Sanguinary Guard there, except horrific.
You know,
Oh, 100%.
I'm really happy I'm in this game.
Yes, me too. I'm okay with that. I like where I'm at. All right.
All right. Keeping a flank bonus. Want to take advantage of this stun dude while we have him here. I will go ahead and full attack with my micro-serrated longsword.
These are each at +4. Ooh, a 30 and a 25. Stunned and flanked is bad.
All right. All right. So that's all for me.
Shaw chuckles. Have some more. $24 and 31. And 2 more electric attacks, too. That stun was crucial.
Answer.
And con poisons are no joke. Those will kill you real quick.
Ugh.
Well, because each one you take worsens your con save. Yeah, no, con poisons are horrifying. Ugh. Good job on those fortitude saves.
Okay.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, definitely Drukari vibes there. Well, checks out. With it on the floor, Shaw hits the comms. We're good here. The genome thing's dead. Status report.
I guess while Shaw's doing that, I will take out my communicator and. All right, I'll go ahead and shoot off just a text to Shotzi and say, next time you want to talk, show your cowardly face. And then I'll just go, Shaw, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're not getting out of there alive.
Maybe they will.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's about to.
As long as the drone, as long as they keep each other. As long as they keep each other occupied long enough for our drones to get out.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure the drones are getting out.
I'd prefer. I mean,
There's a reason I had SB give you all of the stuff.
yeah. I mean, I was saying I'd prefer to get Digit back to Dizzy so that we don't further piss him off. But
Yeah.
I think, given that it was a trap,
Yeah. Are the civilians running? Oh, I think they went before me, didn't they? Can I tell how these guys got in here? Like, what was their point of entry? I have Bounty Hunter, but I also do have Survival.
Oh, thank you, stream. Yeah, I think my mic was not working there.
Does it sound like security is on its way?
Is that working? Oh, the wire was loose. Okay, I think that was fucked up. Cool. All right, now we're cooking. Sorry, my audio is not working on Twitch, but now it's working. All right, say that again.
Can I hear if security is approaching at this point?
Not yet. I mean, it's effectively been like 45 seconds. This is all happening very fast, like in game world.
All right.
You know, they probably have forces and security forces on the station for Edge Core, but none of the forces on the station have a 45-second response time. They'd have to have like a direct teleport into it to make it work.
The civs have a good lead on the soldiers, right?
Pretty good. The soldiers don't seem overly fast. They got big armor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back into the duct. I've got 100 feet of movement, and I can squeeze through small spaces.
True. Are you trying to get up through the vents then?
Yeah.
All right. I would say give me an acrobatics check to kind of vault back up into those vents.
I do have magnet gloves.
Oh, you do? Yeah, I'd say even. Oh, yeah. Then you're good. You're definitely good on that. All right, Refine.
I would say we should try to stay back, see if we can help take
I'm
these
gonna
guys
use
out.
a reroll on that.
Okay. Go ahead.
I mean, I won't thumb my nose at the opportunity to get some of their gear, but I think
We're
we'll
also
have.
gonna probably try to kill some of the civs.
Yeah.
30.
That was a good use of a reroll. Okay. You guys have the data needed. We'll add some extra XP on the end of that. But Digit and SB could disconnect now if they so chose.
What if we don't choose? Is there anything else we would want?
Hard to say. Oh, also I need a reflex save from SB because it would get pulsed by electricity again.
And would that also let Digit do what he needed to for Dizzy?
Digit does have the data for Dizzy. This time, much higher roll. SB is going to take 35 damage.
Right.
I'd say just send the data and then
I
self-destruct.
mean, we have the data already, right?
Yes, you have.
I
the
mean,
data.
The question,
I feel like if
The-
we could, go ahead.
the question is it worth trying to get SB out, or let SB die to try and get more data?
My thought. I guess here's the thing. Does Refine say that over the comm?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Shaw would say, let's see if we can't get Dizzy's drone out of there, since it doesn't belong to us. If you're comfortable with it, I'll help you rebuild SB. But more information, if up to you. I think we should at least get Dizzy's drone out though, since we don't own it.
Well,
Mm,
Disney Drone's got the information, so it should probably start heading out, I guess.
mhm.
I think as far as SB, that's up to you. I'll help you if we have time. I'll help you rebuild it. But she's
Yeah.
your drone.
Yeah, we can rebuild SB. We can rebuild SB.
We'll
So.
rebuild her. It's fine.
Oh, I've done it before.
I think this will be the 4th time we've rebuilt SB.
Yeah.
I think
SB has been making sacrifices for the team.
To be fair, SB has done great. Is one of the many reasons this team is still alive in more than one way.
We can
Yeah.
rebuild her. We have the technology.
I feel like she's kind of gotten used to uploading her personality out and back onto you before her body explodes.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that then.
Future strategy, just tape like 20 grenades to SB.
That we did. That's how we
Yeah,
survived.
that's how
did-
you
yeah,
guys
we-
survived the sub
that's
explosion.
how we made
That's
it
how
out
you
of
guys survived
the
the sub.
sub.
That was how we survived that.
All right. So you guys are doing that. All right. Scorpio and Shaw. How are we contributing to this plan? But Scorpio first.
I would say after seeing right here, just running as fast as I can.
All right. Running to, I guess, the nearest elevator, unless you have a jetpack to get down.
You have jetpacks. I got. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I'd say in that case you could go straight across.
Yeah. I think for my turn, Shaw is going to be going to try and see if he can't help out Wilco. Especially if he said that there's a Vesk liquidation team chasing civilians.
All right, so in that case, kind of following Refine out, and you can jetpack over there. Shaw, you're kind of boosting, presumably
Yep.
closer to the roof because James is in the air vent now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as I go, holstering the Storm Dashko, drawing my plasma gun.
All right. Got the
So
plasma
looking for
gun.
looking for targets, but mostly I'm looking to make sure that. So, status report, Wilco. You clear?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to the other roof to set up a sniper spot.
We trying to take these guys?
Yeah.
All right. Do I see them from the outside?
Give me a perception check. Yeah, I'd say I'm gonna move you to like here. Mechanically, you're like seeing a window down the long hall where they're running. They're basically about to come around the corner.
Okay. I can't shoot. I've moved twice and changed weapons in the process, so that's my turn. But I'm angling for my next turn to make my attack. That's my turn.
They're trying to come outside to find James. Civilians are gonna scream. These guys are gonna have to focus fire.
On Shaw.
No, the Vesk are trying to take out one of the berserking golems.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be 3 hits from the Doshkos. Make this easier.
I only volunteered you Shaw because you can take a hit, the civs cannot.
Yes, this is true.
I'm pretty sure you probably have more stamina than they have health combined.
One of the Cybernetic golems is almost dead. Another pulse of electricity is gonna target Espy, the right golem, which will heal him slightly, and the right Vesk. I need a reflex save from the right Vesk and from Espy. Alright, Vesk is gonna fail. Espy is gonna fail.
SP fails.
Horrendous roll. 14. That was a 14 on 4d12. 8, 3, 2, 1.
How much health does SB have?
SP is not making it out of here alive. That's been determined.
No, but like how much currently does SB have?
20.
3.
Okay.
Okay, both golems are still raging. Unfortunately, the random source of their attack is going to all be on the left Vesk. Okay, he'll dodge 2 of them, be hit by 2 of them. Alright, one of the Vesk is almost down, well past bloodied. SB, you are still in the room and barely alive. Basically, we have left one.
Waiting on Refine's turn.
Oh, right, yeah, you're on Refine's turn. James?
SP has no weapons at the moment because James has all of SP's weapons.
Right. James, you're up in the ductwork. What's the play here?
Does Dizzy Spot try to make it out of there on my turn?
Does which one?
Dizzy Spot.
Dizzy's bot. God, there's so many tabs open now. Dizzy's bot is going to try to run by. He does have the stealth, but he's not very fast.
Is it a stealth robot?
Yeah.
If it's a stealth robot, it has 40-foot move speed and has climbing automatically.
At least I think it's a stealth bot. It describes it as that, but I think the stats are from like book 2 or some shit.
Oh, okay. What do I know?
We're just gonna assume that he spec'd it as stealth for this mission and do 40 foot.
Okay.
So that'll be an extra 40 foot because I basically just did 40. Alright, so it's gonna scuttle down that way. James, now it's back to you.
I assume I'm on the roof at this point because I had 100 feet into the duct last time.
Yes.
I'm gonna jetpack to the other roof. Just trading
to where
places
I
for
am?
Shaw. Yeah,
Okay.
just so I can set up a good sniping angle.
Alright, so Refine and James are effectively on the roof of the office building across the way. Shaw's hovering outside the window of the Blue Rise Towers. And Scorpio also flew over to Blue Rise Towers as well.
Yep.
Refine.
Do we want to reroll that, or do we not care that they know that we got into the system?
I think we've got what we came for.
Yeah.
All right. That's gonna be a fail then, Ben.
Alright. Yeah. You think at this point...
Pack directory does go off, though.
Yeah. Can you pop a pack directory again? I was gonna say that time it was a failed roll.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, if we could have gotten more, fine, but we got what we needed.
You think basically instead of activating on the golem's turn, it'll do another free pulse of electricity. You can try computer's check to have it not pulse you.
Will they all do another free pulse of electricity?
Technically, yes, but only one of them can reach you right now.
Right, but that means that the Vesk will get hit again.
Yes, it will.
All right, I'll let it go.
All right. Give me a reflex save on SB.
All right, SP gets the reflex save, possibly.
That is a pass, so 14 half to 7. Fucking
Okay.
bombing these rolls right now.
Look, SB is somehow still alive then.
Those D12 rolls that time were 7, 2, 3, 2.
Alright.
Scorpio, if he's flying as well, would be able to line up with Shaw. Do you have a ranged weapon out, Scorpio?
I don't. Let's see here. I could either draw my hand cannon, or I do have my the blaze rifle.
It's a
All right,
dealer's
yeah.
choice.
All right, yeah. We'll say I go ahead and pull out the blaze rifle, and all right. So what do I see?
You at this point can see one of the Vesk looking around. That one's brandishing a Doshko. 4 civilians running away, and Shaw kind of leveling a plasma cannon as well.
All right. I'd say, I'll leave this up to you what this counts as, but I'll sort of do the thing. I won't actually do it, where I put like the fingers to my mouth and do like the loud whistle to get the Vesk's soldiers' attention. Say like, "Hey, Jarhead, how about you fight? How about you pick on someone who can actually put up a fight?"
No thanks. I'm just gonna kill civilians.
He whirls around, sees definitely 2 crows of the tuna, and just like growls low in his throat. Definitely focused in on you guys. Shaw.
All right. Is Scorpio gonna make an attack?
Oh yeah, sorry, you didn't make your actual shot. You can still make a shot. I'd say the talking is a free action.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'll go ahead and take a shot with the blaze rifle.
All right, the blaze rifle window shatters open. Kind of some wind blowing into this high rise right now. Oh,
Ooh.
damn.
Natural one. Oh well.
Not used to the used to handguns.
The
You don't want his
yeah.
face.
fucking civilians like duck down, just like screaming in fear. One of them has like a bunch of burns from shattered molten glass, but they're still up. Shaw.
Seeing that, I'm going to level my plasma array at him, and I'm also going to, and even though it's like technically a single attack, I figure, because again it's an automatic weapon, I picture like I'm firing off a burst of plasma shots at him, just like that,
Yeah.
you know, as I'm flying in.
Bright flares of light from the sky as the plasma rains into the hallway.
20?
20. Let me double check there. EAC is not gonna do it.
Yeah, I figured. Too bad. Look at that. That would have been a horrific damage roll.
Yeah,
All right.
They're pretty thick.
Not a huge surprise there. Does this guy look like he has a jetpack?
I don't know if I gave them jetpacks. Let me see. These guys
Each of
are
us
these
gets some
guys are
extra.
more me homebrewing, Blackheart people because it's not native to the game. Let's see. I did not give them jetpacks. No.
Okay. Still, does but he looks like we have his full undivided attention now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I probably should have made a full attack of that then. I was debating about jumping between him and the civilians, but if it doesn't look like he's going to give chase, then I'll just move over and hold here.
I think with that taunt, he's solidly turned away from the civilians. All right, this guy is trying to catch up to his friend. The other two.
Yeah, if basically Ben, I'd be hanging out like down here, like directly across.
One cybernetic golem goes down under the onslaught of the 2 Vesk as they move into the next golem.
They know what's up.
The one in the hallway is going to drop the Doshko. And let's see. Can he pull this off? All right. He drops Doshko, pulls the scatter gun off his back, racks it, and just fires it at Shaw and Scorpio. Although he will have to 5-foot step forward actually before he does that. So I have to make an attack against each of you.
Question real Let me see something real quick. I'm going to bring up the Arquand horns again real quick, just to make sure the duration.
Oh yeah, that might still be going.
It might be.
The other guy, the Reaver, had turned away from you.
Alright, it says it lasts for 1 minute.
It has not been 10 rounds since you activated, so that is true. So they can't get closer, right? If he fails to save?
It says that...
To attack
just
you.
that if they attack, cast a spell with me as a target, or...
Okay, so if he does this, he'll only be able to... let's see if he makes... sorry, not CR. DC 16, you said, right?
DC 15 Charisma save.
He fails it. Kind of like looking at the horns, like the growl kind of dies a little bit, and he does still rack that shotgun, but now it's only going to be going for you, Shaw. It doesn't get any more farther forward. Whoops, threw that dice on the ground. That's gonna do it. Shaw, I assume 26 is a miss.
Yeah, that doesn't hit either of my armor classes.
You just feel bits of metal kind of pinging off your armor as you float there on your jetpack. Nothing to be done. They killed the golems over there. Golem over here. That's the electricity pulses. I need a reflex save from SB. Oh my god. There's the high damage roll.
That's probably dead even on a 6.
That is a pass, but it's 35 half to 17.
Yeah, SB's dead. SB is fried.
One of the Vesk is almost dead inside there too. SB, you kind of like see the feed disappear in a blur of static refine as the electricity just fries your bot. The remaining golem is going to try and take one massive punch, but is going to miss as the Vesk dive out of the way.
These Vesk soldiers are no joke.
No.
It's more that these golems kind of suck. They look really fearsome, but
Yeah.
They, well, mainly they got bad because they rocked each other with a fist, which did not help. And berserking, they're getting really unlucky with their rolls, because while they berserk next to electric towers, they're getting +2 to hit anybody in range. And they're just fucking it up.
I'm going to try to snipe the guy.
Alright. You got your scope, so you're ignoring cover.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make that shot. 32. She did not send CR 13 goons after you, so that'll do.
I would be slightly concerned.
Damn it.
That will not
Even
do it.
20
Kind of like pings off the Vesk plate. His eyes kind of like swivel. Probably doesn't clock you right away on that stealth check, but like kind of scanning the opposite building, trying to see where you are. Refine. What's your move?
Alright, I am going to fly over to the roof of the other building to wait to pick up Digit when they come out of the vent.
Alright. Oh,
And
when,
presumably
the
on-
Vesk aren't going to come out of the event. Is that what you meant?
No, to pick up Digit.
Oh, pick up Digit. Okay, yeah. Digit's basically trying to get to the main room so we can get in the vent system right now.
Yeah. And shouldn't Digit have moved on James's turn?
Yes, I don't think I did a second movement for him. Let me see.
Which, with a 40-foot move and a double move, it's up in the vents.
40 foot, up in the vents. It'll basically be on your next turn, Refine. It'll be up there.
Alright.
Scorpio.
Alright. Both of them there. I think what Scorpio will go ahead and do is reach inside the inner breast pocket, which is here. He'll look to Shaw and say, "Screamer out!" and go ahead and drop my one Mark II Screamer Grenade on them.
Oh fuck.
Oh, are the civilians gone yet?
Oh yeah,
Ben?
they fully sprinted away. Sorry, I didn't move their tokens, but they are bang out of here.
Okay, so if they're out, then scratch that. I'll go ahead and drop Frag Grenade instead.
All right.
Because that's why I wanted to do the Screamer, because if they were still in range, I didn't want to want them getting hurt. Alright.
All right, goes off.
Frag Grenade Mark II.
Ooh, they both failed that save. 100%. That was terrible. Not a crit, but it will be 6 to each of them. Because DC is 10 plus half grenade level plus dex. You said that was a Mark II.
So it should be a 4th level grenade.
Level, so 2. What's your dex mod?
2 plus 3.
So DC
total
15.
DC 15. Yeah, they both failed. Get some shrapnel ripping through their armor. That is the first hits these two have taken, though. They were pretty set before this. Any movement or stick in there?
Alright. Arcwind Horns are still active for now, so yeah, I'll just go ahead and hang here. So that'll do for me.
All right. Shaw.
All right. So for my turn, all right. I need to. It's been a minute. I have only done this once before, so.
Only done this once before. Fuck.
All right. Where's my book? All right. What I'm going to do is, with the scattergun rounds like clanging off my armor, I chuckle slightly, and first time I've ever used it with this gun, I click a switch, and you see the end of the plasma array basically expands slightly, then spins up, and I'm going to unload into these guys on full automatic.
Oh fuck.
All right, so the way this works, I think I do this at... All right, hang on a second.
So this guy will get a bit of cover, but basically you should make an attack roll against each of them within the cone.
I just don't remember if it's also at a additional -2.
I don't think it is.
I know
I think
shotgun
the main penalty.
I know blast
is-
weapons are.
I think
Okay,
full
then
auto
yeah, no.
isn't because it's the penalty is that you're like using up your ammo. Is like the
All right,
downside.
yeah, I'm using up my ammo, and I don't crit. If I roll a natural 20, I do not crit.
Mhm.
So, but I have to use whatever the first damage roll is. So lead guy.
All right. Going in on the lead guy here.
Man,
Not gonna do
I
it.
don't think I have not rolled, but 31 if I hit on the second guy.
Yes. Good.
I have not rolled
good
above it.
damage roll.
Yeah. And then let's see. Next one. Ooh. All right. I'm gonna. I don't have enough for a reroll.
Tell you what, I've got enough. I'll spend a reroll for you.
Okay. Thank you. Good grief. My
This hall is just getting plastered with plasma rounds right now.
It looks cool.
Oh yeah, there's like civilians on the street
Alright, there
level
you
just
go.
looking on in awe as there's just like a rain of plasma.
Also, by the way, this hasn't come up before, but Scorpio, we need to keep track of how many charges are left in our jetpack. So we have 8 rounds remaining in the air before we have to touch down somewhere,
Gotcha.
or before we go skydiving. All right, let me re-roll that one. So 22.
That will do it.
All right, so
Initial
31 damage.
That seems to be not bloodying the guy, but a big chunk. He's kind of like, this one is still holding the automatic rifles they have, and he kind of leans out to the side and just catches a plasma bolt full in the chest, ducks back into cover.
All right, I'll keep it in the air, and I'll have to swap out the battery on my next turn. That's my turn.
All right, it's gonna be these guys. Top guys trying to kill that fucking big boy. Awful rolls. It's gonna be one hit. Cybernetic Golem is back to bloodied, but that's gonna be the Golem's turn. Oh, sorry. I'll do the other two first before Golem. This guy is going to step in front of his friend. Needs to make the charisma save to be able to shoot at Scorpio. This guy will. And pretty much copying Shaw here, he is going to open up with that rifle on full automatic. So initial damage roll is a 14.
What's the hit roll?
What was that? 31 to KAC for Shaw.
Yep. So I take 14.
14 piercing. And then 27 KAC for Scorpio.
Yep, that just gets it.
All right, and then 14 for you as well. So he just like drops the empty clip. Now it's the Golem. Random attack. Going for the less injured guy. Does hit. 24. These Vesk are looking pretty fucking bad. Oh my god. The electric pulses are rolling so bad. That time it was 1, 2, 4, 1 on the D12s.
Jeez.
Thought that was gonna kill one of the Vesk, but miraculously he is still alive. Holy shit.
I assume that the golems are immune to the.
They are
electricity, right?
actively getting powered up and healed by the pulses is the problem.
Nice.
Yeah.
And with rolls like that,
Yeah, it's not ideal. The real danger, or not the real. I mean, the whole thing with the Gene Reaver was bad. But if he had crit you guys, his claw and his barb both have severe wound, which could have been bad. Could have severed a limb, lost an eye, fucking
that's some vorpal
destroyed a
shit.
vital organ.
That was one of those things, Ben, until I realized it. The plasma Dashka, I was like, why does this thing have such a relatively poor damage roll for its level? Then I looked at the crit. It has severe wounds on all of them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. On a 20, you injure their brain, they're just stunned for a round. Okay, stealth check goes off. Are you going for the lead guy or back guy? Lead guy is more injured.
lead guy.
Okay. You sight down the assassin rifle, pull that trigger. That one's a hit. And for 38, as a bullet kind of just tears through the Vesk plate and out the back, lead Vesk is bloodied now.
What is it? Fortitude save.
Ooh, staggering shot. Let's see. What's your DC on your staggering?
I'm just looking it up right now.
Well, I'll tell you right now. He said fort save.
I believe yes.
14.
I think it's like DC 10 plus half my operator level plus my.
I think it's got to be higher than 14.
Yeah, let me just. Exploits.
I think you're right. I think it's half.
Daggering.
Because it's the same as a debilitating trick, I believe, in terms of DC. Right.
Yeah, it should be. I'm just trying to find where it is.
Where is the DC written? God, I
The
can.
DC is
find
equal
the
to
DC.
10.
Oh,
10
okay.
plus half your operator level plus your dexterity modifier. So we're 9, right?
Yeah, so
So plus
14 plus Dex
4.
mod, so 18. Oh yeah, so 14 definitely fails.
Yeah.
So what is he staggered now? Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, lead Vesk. I'm going to apply the staggered condition. There we go, staggered. And that'll be over to Refine, who can successfully scoop up Digit.
Yeah. And just slide Digit back over.
All right, basically, yeah, Digit climbs onto you. You start flapping your wings back over to the office building away from Blue Rise Tower. Which brings us back to
And
Scorpio.
then for my standard, can I do something with my standard action?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, I'm
Buildings
gonna
aren't
use
that
it
far apart.
effectively as move action to
Oh.
Actually, never mind. I'll. That's it for me for this turn.
Okay. In that case,
do that next
it will go back to Scorpio, jetpacking outside the window.
All right. Oh, let's see here. I'll go ahead and take a shot against this guy here.
Yep.
Do-
Oh, that time the blaze
Ooh.
rifle's gonna go off. All right. 28 to that lead Vesk. Starting to look pretty
Yep.
bad. Well below bloody at this point. As
All right. and
plasma
then I'll
across the
take-
breastplate, burning hellhound round.
All right, and then I'll take maximum movement to get away, and then that'll be my turn.
All right, you hit the jets, moves your like Vesk bulk back into the sky. Shaw.
Shaw is like full combat focus now. I'll use my move action to change the battery in the plasma array. You hear it power back up, and then I'll fire another burst. You know, again, not nearly as spectacular as the full automatic fire, but I'll fire another burst into the the wounded one.
Okay.
$23.
23 will hit. Not enough to
Yeah.
kill him, but he's looking pretty fucking bad. Any shot from that gun should finish him at this point.
Okay.
That'll tab back to these guys. Alright, starting with the 2 on the golem. Alright, they're gonna 1 hit and 1 crit. Oh, excellent roll on the crit too. And the regular damage. Holy shit, that's gonna be 80 damage from those 2 attacks into the golem.
Woof.
But the golem is gonna go next. Oh, sorry, the gunman first. The one that's staggered, so he can only fucking choose a movement or an action. Shit, he did already spray and pray, so he can't reload his gun and fire. So I think he is desperately gonna huck a grenade out the window, kind of behind you, Shaw.
Okay.
Right.
Wouldn't it just go like past him?
I mean, if you cook it right,
Is this the guy that's staggered?
Yeah.
yeah, he can't draw and throw a grenade if he didn't have one equipped.
Oh, right, because he has to have it out first. In that case, doesn't want to reload that. He will just draw his scatter gun then. The one behind him will kind of try to step in front of his friend, focusing, put the shotgun kind of like right in your face, Shaw. Oof. Pulls the trigger, you hear a and it misfires, doesn't go. That one.
Ooh.
It misfires on a nat one?
Doesn't like
Or is that
technically
just
misfire, it's just like that's how I'm flavoring is that one. It's not like the Pathfinder ones where it has like gains the broken condition. We're past that level of tech in the future. It's not like a black powder weapon that's like fucking exploding itself. Now it's the golem. The electric pulse is gonna go off. Jesus Christ, 35. Even halved, 1 Vesk is gonna go down no matter what. He'll heal for half that. The other Vesk is gonna make the save, so having that. Barely alive against the golem. Golem's gonna take a punch. Miss. James.
Looks like the electricity seems way scarier than the golems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when they keep blowing the fucking hit rolls, yeah.
I'm gonna take this turn to quickly pop up my cloaking field.
One of the golems did crit. The reason one of the golems, like this golem's already so injured, is because he crit his friend, or the other one crit him for like 80 something damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm also going to flick the rifle to its shock mode.
Oh, okay.
Because I assume their EAC is worse than their KAC.
That does seem to be the case, yes.
I feel like that's the case for every. It's just that EAC is always worse.
There's some creatures where it's reversed, like energy beings.
Yeah. That'll be it for the turn, though.
Alright, refine.
Okay. If I fly behind Shaw, do they have line of sight on me?
Just behind Shaw? I would say, yeah. Maybe you get soft cover, which is like a +2.
Mm-hmm.
Want to just fly to the other roof with me and just snipe?
No, I'm already on the roof with you.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
she
decide
is
what-
on the roof already.
Oh, their guns probably can't hit you then.
No, I'm more of that. I'm trying to.
Oh, you're talking
Um,
about like them getting cover from you.
No, I wanted to give a buff to Shaw.
Oh,
but-
gotcha, okay.
It has to be in touch range, so it's probably not worth it. Because I have to spend my days not doing bed rest and instead fixing SB, so I don't want to lose health.
We've got. I mean, we've got the Alabaster Helix. It'll if you need, but neither way, yeah. Don't risk yourself unnecessarily.
In that case, I will just pull out my sniper rifle and take a snipe at one of them. Alright. One sec, I have to get all of my checks set up. Okay. I assume that does not.
That is not gonna do it. It's gonna bounce off their plate.
Alright, this is what I thought.
Scorpio has fallen back, I believe.
Yep.
Shaw.
So, all right. Seeing that they seem to be having some trouble, and now that I see the familiar crack of two sniper rifles from long range laying into our enemies, I'm gonna go ahead and press the attack. So again, I'll spin it up, and I'm gonna unload another full clip into these guys.
Oh shit. Alright. Plasma fills the hallway again.
All right, we'll start with the injured one.
Okay, injure one first.
All right, so it would be, it hits, but it's just 22 damage. It's just the first one.
Yeah, it can't crit on those. But
Hmm.
22, he was at 20. So the first one is felled with molten slag kind of burning off his chest plate from the plasma.
And then the next one misses.
All right.
Still getting used to this thing.
That's
So
fair.
that's my turn. Oh, successful. One of them's down.
All right, remaining ones. Okay. All right, the other one is gonna manage to bring down the golem. And that's gonna be his turn. He's to full round do it. On the golem's turn. Okay, let's see. Once the golems are down, are the tech towers still firing? Yes, he can't stop it right now. Alright, this Vesk is gonna take some damage. Boy. The one that's left in there is barely alive. And sorry, before James goes, what are you fucking doing down there, Paladin?
My cat's begging me for snacks too.
Yeah, I hear you meowing. The one in front of Shaw is going to shoot that scatter gun. That time, I think he's going to do it 30 KC.
Just barely. My KC's 29.
All right, that's going to be 13 piercing.
Okay, not too bad.
Now it is you, James.
How high are we up, by the way?
From the ground or in comparison to these guys?
For both of us, like, what's the elevation like?
The top of your building is 22 floors. Their building is 20 floors. Average floor height's like 14 feet. So they're 280 feet up. And you guys are about 300 or so, a little over.
Can I see a jetpack on any of them?
No.
Hey, just as I'm lining up the shot, I'll just say, hey, Shaw, see if you can throw him out the window.
Woof. Brutal.
We've already dropped one person from the sky.
That's kind of why I'm floating around out here.
That's a hit. Definitely stealth goes off. If you can stagger him, I think I'll have a penalty to doing it. Ooh, no, that's not good though.
I hate to say it. I'm gonna save the reroll. I'm not. I think we're in. I think we're okay now.
Okay. We're fine.
I'd rather save it for something more life-saving.
Yeah.
Assume that's
Nope.
also a miss.
Scorpio, are you doing anything or just kind of staying back for now?
Yeah, just staying back and just, just sort of grumbling to myself about like this whole thing. Like, say, of course she's going to send goons. It's like she'd never want to show up herself.
Yeah, fucking call her out.
Yep.
All right, Shaw.
Okay. All right. I have 6 rounds remaining in the air, so 1 or 2 more, and I'm probably gonna look to set down. But for the moment, I'll hang out here. Move action. I'll scoot a little bit to the side to make sure that I have, like visually, I can't really move a little bit, but I'll scoot like slightly to the side where I still have line of sight on him, but to give everybody else a clearer line of fire.
Sure.
And then while I'm doing that move, reload a fresh battery in, so I have 2 more spares remaining.
Okay.
First time I've had to really worry about ammo management.
Yeah, full auto will do that.
Yep. But this time, and then I'm just going to put in a single attack into the remaining guy.
All right, go for the blast.
I think that'll hit.
2, that's gonna do it for 28. This guy's just above bloodied now. It's gonna be their turns. The guy on top needs to basically make an all or nothing computer save, or the towers are gonna delete him. Oops, just 1 dice. What is their bonus? He is gonna fail, and the next pulse of electricity is going to wipe him out. Well, I guess. Unless I roll 4 1s. I don't. He's very dead. So that room up there is pretty much done. One guy out here. He is going to swap his gun for the rifle and reload it as his turn. Golems are out. James. This is yours.
Only that we're on the
Yeah,
attack.
if only that was the attack roll. Jesus. Oh!
Damn!
Let's go!
Ask and ye shall receive.
Fucking, we love a 1 in 400 chance. What is that going to be? 50, 60 damage. Blowing past the bloodied threshold. This guy looks really bad as just a brutal gut shot. He looks down and sees blood starting to seep over that Vesk plate.
You're getting the congratulatory slow clap for that one.
Damn.
Wait, is he dead or is he still up?
He is still up. He was still above blood
Oh.
before that shot. But now he's well below bloodied.
Shaw just lets out a little self-satisfied smile, seeing his friends just lay into this guy.
In the end,
If we
splitting the encounter was good. If you guys had been there to fight the golems, they would have just been like standing in the back of the room, harrying you guys with fire the entire time.
Jeez. Ultimately, I think if the Gene... I keep wanting to call it a Gene Stealer. If the Gene Reaver hadn't been involved, I think... It is kind of, but I think it taking that attack of opportunity and failing the stun, I think, was massive.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
It was about a 50-50 that it passed or failed that stun too. It was close.
Well, and especially to try and get a... Oh, good grief.
Just fucking honestly, the bullet just flattens on the side of the Blue Rise Tower. Doesn't even get him. Scorpio's still doing his slow clap. Shaw.
Yep.
All right. I'm not going to go... No reason to go full auto, but I'm going to
If you
full
got
round
it
attack
correct, I
him.
think this would finish it.
Well, let's see if I'm going to full attack him. Not auto, but just 2 attacks. So, brace it, and...
Let me solo her. Forgot about that.
One hit, at least.
That second one definitely hits. We're really whittling this guy down, but still standing. There we go. He is going to take a double shot with that rifle now at Shaw. You said 29's your AC, right?
Yes.
So it's gonna be a hit and a miss. 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And James.
Yep.
Back over to you. Stealth goes off.
Splat.
And puff of blood. You see it from like across the way at the other building. As this guy takes a headshot and goes down. You guys can safely fly to the previous roof.
Actually, I was gonna say,
Grab their bodies.
if somebody will help me grab their gear, at least we can get 2 of their stuff.
Are you trying to just take the bodies?
If we got, I guess we'd have room in the bag of holding
Yep,
now. We got
take
rid of
some
Gam.
bodies.
No, it's just a bag.
All right, you
There's
stuff.
always going to be a body in the bag of
That
holding.
one's just a body bag because it holds 2 medium creatures.
Yeah.
All right, now
I
we're
mean,
gonna do some
there's,
XP
like-
here. I don't think you're gonna
and
get
wh-
all of them.
Whatever guns they dropped, we'll toss in there as well, obviously.
Plus the Gene Reaver. So,
Yeah, I'm guessing it didn't have any loot.
no, it did not.
It had goo.
God, I have so many fucking tabs open for this fighter now.
Oh, God, that was nerve-wracking, Ben.
As it should
Was
be.
a tad nerve-wracking.
It's
What's
gonna
that?
be 7,200 XP.
That's a level up, ladies and gents.
Yoo-hoo!
Level 10.
Oh, fuck, yes, it is.
775.
Yeah, 7,000 even, you said, Ben?
7,200 was the value.
Yeah, that'll be 71,775.
And that is a level. Oh,
Yep, level 10.
Nice.
no.
What's wrong?
Leveling just takes me so long because I have to do the drone as well.
That's fair.
Well, I don't think you'll be in combat too soon. We're getting to a good point here.
And actually, rebuilding Espy as we level up. I mean, it's thematic.
Yeah. I mean, I could make her not a stealth drone anymore, but I think I want to keep her as a stealth drone.
If my input matters at all, the stealth drone has been so crucial. I think it's been 100% worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
As you guys, I assume you're going to
Oh,
return
actually,
the drone to Dizzy.
Estes level isn't
Yes.
that big of a problem.
I figured we'd meet him at the Click Clack Club, hand over Digit, pick up Tarika. I don't want to leave her behind with all these kill teams roaming around, and we make for our new ship.
All right. Well, as far as he goes, Dizzy taking Digit from, I was like, you guys got what you wanted, I got what I wanted. Looks like they're not gonna stiff him out of any more insurance money.
Good deal. Thanks for helping us get the opportunity.
Look,
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't
hope he
have
gets
gone
better
through
soon.
it without you guys. He looks over at Scorpio.
Yeah, be like, yeah. I hope your uncle gets better soon.
I appreciate that. Look, this was a risky operation. It sounded like it went a bit pear-shaped more than I thought. I talked with Neva, and I persuaded her to give you a haul of our salvage run from the other day. I'll send the specs over wherever your getaway vehicle is. But he holds up his data pad. He has a plasma cannon for the
For the ship?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not like on his person.
Very
but to be
nice.
delivered.
That is
Basically, it'll have to go
fantastic.
on the Rust Bug's forward-facing weapon mount.
Yeah, I figure it won't have any like fancy turret upgrades and stuff we did.
Oh yeah, it's certainly worse.
That's okay. Better to have it than not. See.
Tarika can indeed meet you at the Rust Bug whenever you guys are ready. But yeah, sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I would just say to him, that's much appreciated. We need all the help we can get. You and your captain helped us out when we were pretty badly down and out. You know, we'll be around to return the favor. I know we've been kind of going back and forth on that between busting y'all out of prison and now this, but it's a big empty galaxy out there. I feel like us independent spaces, even if the friendly rivalry a little bit, we gotta look after each other some.
He kind of Dizzy shrugs their wings. It's just like, yeah, I suppose you're right.
Be safe.
You too. It's a little two-finger salute. Touches it to his brow and heads out.
This is the level where we get ability score increase, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be so nuts.
So, as you guys are plotting your level ups here, I will tell you that considering the Rust Bug has no drift-capable engine, the journey to the asteroid you need to get to in the diaspora is going to take a D6 plus 2 days as you use sublight engines through the Pact Worlds.
Okay.
If you want to roll that for how long it takes.
All right.
I guess I would say real quick before we go, I would just
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to do what you guys are going to do on the station.
I would just text Show after all this happened. Just tell her to call me when she gets a chance. Just talk about some stuff.
She's like, should I wait till you all get back from the place you're going to?
Think about it for a second. Then I'm like, here it's like, I would text her back and say, it's a important thing we're doing, and I want to hear your voice before I go.
All right, I'll take some time off and head down to the hangar.
Oh, yeah, Ben.
Yep.
Because I messed up my ability score level ups at level 5, can I actually fix that this time?
Yeah, I think that's probably fine.
Cool. I thought I was only supposed to upgrade 1 score instead of 4.
Gotcha.
So. Yeah.
All right, as
Which explains the con.
Yeah, it does explain the con.
as Rat Rod is fitting this like fucking plasma gun, definitely a bit rusted up and salvaged, but fitting it to the front of the ship. Show and make it to the launch bay here.
As soon as it do, it's like I'll run up to her and give her a hug.
She returns the hug. Just, look, this station's had a lot of news going on about crazy fights going. It's probably best you guys leave for a bit.
Yeah, like I said, you take care. But did want to tell you, and last thing, I ran into some soldiers employed by my sister, and you see, Scorpio Sky is just my first name. My full name is Scorpio Sky Blackheart. And he just lets it hang there to see if she like recognizes that.
Let me give her a culture check. Isn't Blackheart like a paramilitary group? I don't really know what they do, but aren't they in like the weapons business?
Yeah, you know, private security, military contracting. You know that whole thing is in. Well, that might change now, but I'm essentially supposed to be the one to inherit the whole thing.
That's... I wouldn't have... Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna take over it?
Oh no, fuck no.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
I still want to do the whole cabaret club thing with you. That hasn't changed, and that never will.
Oh. Oh, okay, good, good.
I just wanted to tell you because I don't want there to be any secrets between us. And I feel you should know that if since you're close to me, she might send people after you, or God's forbid, she might come after you herself.
She's just like, it's pretty dangerous dating you, huh?
I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to go away.
She kind of shakes her head. She's like, look, I'll lay low here for a little bit. I got some vacation days I can use. Just call me when you get back to the station, okay?
All right, but just do one thing I wanted to ask you before go.
Sure.
Some I've always wondered, even back when you were just, back on Vest Prime and the White Lotus, like, what was your secret for making those really amazing margaritas?
She's like, oh, the margaritas?
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, well, I always added a bit more simple syrup than the other bartenders did. But the real trick to it is I was a little over generous with the tequila pour. So after a couple, enough alcohol made it seem perhaps better than it was.
There's a bit of a soft smile at that. It's like, I got you. Clever. I'll give you that.
Hey, I mean, you got good tips.
Oh. All right. Well, tell you what, guys. Tell you what. When, make sure to emphasize that. When I get back, how about you tell me your full name? Because I know Sata have like really, really long ones.
I think I can do that. She kind
Right.
of smiles. She's
And
like,
then,
that means you have to make it back, though.
Oh,
Otherwise, you're not going to hear it.
well, it'll give us both something to look forward to. All right.
All right. Be safe.
And then, all right, I will. And then lean down for the kiss.
She'll kiss. Kisses you back. She seems genuinely concerned, but is kind of putting a brave face on it.
All right, that'll do.
All right. Anyone else have anything else they're doing?
I don't think so. Do I have an email from any of my contacts or anything?
Not at the moment.
Okay. I'm not going to bother anybody. The more noise I make, the more, potential trouble. But okay.
Okay. Right. Cool. That's good. Go ahead and give me the D6 plus 2 days if you guys are using your sublight
Alright.
engines.
Yep. That's all we got. I was looking at the navigation rules to see if there might be a way to cut it down, but I don't think there is.
Another 5 days.
Even.
Nice, nice. Expected value.
And as promised, during the trip, I'll help Nyx, or I'll help Refine rebuild SB. So I'm also engineer trained. Maybe not as good as Mr. Wilco, but I can do it. Also, at some point, can we look over and see what we got for gear from the 2 Vest Commandos?
Yes, I can copy and paste that. Well, it'll be a bit
What
harder because I
is
have a
the-
different sheet.
Starship tier of the tuna.
It's the same as our
Equal to
level,
your
I think.
Okay.
And Ben, at some point, if it becomes, I'm assuming it'll be relevant, need stats for the Rust Bug as well for Starship Combat.
Yes. I will make a clean sheet for that for our next session.
Apparently, mechanics can get an ability that removes curses.
Nice. Out of curiosity, what is your con now? Fine.
It has gone up significantly. It is now at +2.
Nice.
For 14 con.
Yeah.
Nice. How much stamina does that net you?
80.
Nice. I'm at 100 stamina now. I'm also
Hey,
at.
that's how much health Aspie has.
Wild.
I am also at 15 skill points per level, and I have my lowest at a 11.
Jesus.
I'm
Maniac.
at 9 skill points per level right now.
I am still
I
on.
am the jack of all trades.
Yeah. I'm still only at
Yeah.
4. I kind of what you and I were talking about, Boz. I went ahead and put my remaining one into wisdom, but all 3 of my physical stats are base 18 now.
I have 20 dexterity at this point.
Same.
Nice.
I did get an enhancement for that one. So I mean, I think it's base 18 plus 2. So, but and he has improved evasion.
Oh, dude, improved evasion
Dodge
is
and nuke.
fucking hefty.
I'm also enjoying my new stamina total.
What's it? What is it?
120.
Nice.
All right. Oops, delete that. There we go. Can I not put this token down? What the fuck? Does not want to let me put a token down, interestingly enough.
Were we able to figure out what was giving them invisibility there, or was that just a serum?
It was basically just a serum, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to bring us over to a ship map. And everyone give me a perception check as we're flying through here.
Before we do that, I just want to ask people.
Yes.
One of the options I can get for this level of mechanics trick is the ability to I'll just post it because it's probably quicker. To do that. Is this? Do you guys want me to do that, or should I get something else?
A good question.
Because it's our level that's 40 divided evenly, so 10 damage per quadrant if they go through one of them.
I'm not sure. It's What's your alternative?
Oh, I have a number of alternatives that would be useful in non-starship situations. One means that when I hack something, if I fail to overcome its defenses by 4 or less, I don't trigger any countermeasures. One lets me spend a resolve point to try and disable someone's technology with 60-foot range instead of touch range.
Do that one.
One
Okay,
I
shutting
can
off
use
people.
to give
What was it? You continue.
myself concealment.
Hmm.
And then one allows me to steal spells from people I hit with attack.
I'd say either the
And-
concealment one or the one that lets you disable people at range.
Okay.
Because yeah, anything that you
I feel like I'd agree.
yeah, anything where you can for free basically pile stat debuffs on is pretty big, especially if you don't need to crit to do it.
All right.
Either that or the concealment to keep yourself alive.
All right. I'm considering concealment, the 60-foot disabling thing, and the spell trap, just because it's kind of, if you hit with it, basically the way it works for that one is when you hit a creature. Oh wait, never mind. It has to be within 30 feet for the attack, and I'm never within 30 feet. That's useless. But how it would work if it did work is you spend 2 resolve points, and then you they lose a spell slot of the highest level they know.
Yeah, but your MO was to get as far away.
Yeah.
as
Well,
like
that's
me.
what I'm saying. Unfortunately, I'm far away, so I think I'm gonna choose the concealment, because I think that would actually help me the most.
Fair. All right. So that you guys
Yeah,
can...
I mean, because the ship one is interesting. I like the idea of it, but I think the problem is that the ship encounters are relatively few and far between.
Yeah.
Well, we will set up our next ship encounter, and then we'll pause there, I think, so you guys can do your level ups as well.
Yeah, I have to pick a combat feat.
About 2 days into that 5-day journey, the Rust Bug is going to start crossing into the asteroid belt. Your ship's flight path has entered the ecosystem of the Diaspora. An eddy of debris circling independently of the greater asteroid belt stands out from the mostly stable field. These spiraling chunks of rock have jagged, porous surfaces with a dull sheen, as though metallic portions have been gnawed away. The cluster orbits a single large object, resembling a massive, uncoiled pillbug, its legs irregularly twisted and motionless. Everyone wants to make a piloting or a life science check.
Wow, I rolled a 2.
Piloting or life science? Oh, I'm bad at life science.
Shaw and James and Refine would know that this is a blinking teleth. They are starship-sized magical beasts. Basically one of the largest species of living asteroids. You would know they are social creatures that like to feed on metal. The distinctive features of this asteroid eddy mark it as a likely telolith habitat. As you all are approaching, you see a few swarming teloliths, smaller offshoots of the blinking ones, or this dead blinking one, are approaching your ship. And I'll show you this as well.
Oh, so the big one's dead.
Big one's dead. But you do see that 3 of the smaller ones, basically the size of a small starship, are kind of floating out from near the big one to get on course with the Rust Bug. Next time, as we go through the asteroid field, we can go into it later, but there are rules. When you're maneuvering your ship, if your path goes through an asteroid, it will damage your hull.
Okay.
Adding an extra hazard to the field. But we'll pause there for next time so you guys can do your level up. And the next session we'll get a chance to roll out the features of the Rust Bug. And also we're closing in on some of my favorite art in this book. Alright. We will see you guys next week then.
See you next week.